Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the big wide world. We are back. We're live. We are streaming once again. We are, of course, covering game number 11 of the World Chess Championship match, which is happening in Singapore between Ding Liren and Gukesh. So, looking forward to the game. Apparently, I need to brush my hair, so I'll brush my hair. And there we go. So, all right, you guys. We are back. We are, of course, covering game number 11. As I alluded to yesterday on both my... As I alluded to in both my recap yesterday, but also throughout the game, big game here. I expect Gukesh to play e4 for anyone who wants their predictions. I'm expecting one e4 to be played, and we're going to get something with the French. If Gukesh doesn't play e4, if Gukesh doesn't play e4, I'm a little bit skeptical that that he's going to get great winning chances in general in the white games. I would be going e4 in both of his two remaining white games here. So I expect e4, but let's wait and see what we get here in this game. Let me pull this up 1 second. There we go. That's my prediction, is that we'll get e4. I don't really see d4 or c4 at this point in the match. We could get an English, I suppose, from Gukesh, but I kind of doubt it. I think it's all in on the French. I think Gukesh's team surely have worked on something in the French. I expect him to go all into the French. That's my prediction. It's something within the French defense here. I'd be really surprised if we get something else. Really surprised. That would be my prediction, you guys. That's my prediction. So, anyway, you guys. So, all right, oldest juicer in chat. I have no idea who the oldest juicer in chat is. No idea. No idea. But anyway, all right. Do I prefer to live in a room that is too warm or too cold? Do I prefer to live in a room that's too warm or too cold? Definitely a room that is that is too cold, for sure. Not even a question. So, anyway, all right. Waiting for the game to start here in round number 11 between Gukesh and Ding, and we'll go from there. Turn on the stream? What do you mean turn on the stream? The stream is live. The only problem is my hair is kind of bad. That's the only problem. My hair is kind of bad. So, Path of Exile 2, yeah, I'm aware that it's out. I mean, I haven't touched it, but I am aware that the game is live. I think I saw Asmund Gold playing it. Was it like yesterday or the day before? I forgot when it was. I briefly saw that, but anyway, all right, waiting for the moves to start, or waiting for the moves to come in. I expect e4 here. As I said, if we don't get e4, I'll be fairly surprised. We could get something within the Queen's Gambit decline. Maybe again he played c5. I mean, maybe he'll have some other idea within the structure, perhaps. But I kind of feel like it's going to be very unlikely that that Gukesh will get anything here. I expect him to go e4 on move 1. That's my prediction. So, anyway, waiting for the moves. The players are still not at the board yet. But I expect e4. I'd be very surprised if we don't get e4 either today or in game 13. We might not get it today, but if we don't get it today and it's a draw and we go into 13 with 2 games left and the match is tied, I do expect Gukesh to play e4. So we'll see what we get. So I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic morning wherever you are in the world. We are of course streaming, as always, covering the game number 10, obviously. So that's what we're doing. Can I hear you? I don't know what's going on. You guys are having some weird conversation between yourselves, but anyway, yeah. So All right, you guys, waiting for the moves. The players are still not sitting at the board yet, surprisingly. It is 3:53, so they should be, but they aren't yet. So, all right, sorry if I'm a little bit slow, you guys, as well. But obviously I did just wake up. I did get a good amount of sleep. I got basically 6 hours, but I think I was just a little bit short of like the amount I needed, so that's why I'm a little bit like slow this morning, or very slow, you could say. But I'll drink some coffee, waiting for the players to sit down at the table. Still not there yet. So let's see. Any questions, you guys? 'Cause you're writing weird stuff that I'm not understanding, but yeah, you guys are writing stuff that I actually don't understand. So oh wait, do I have the wrong chat open? Oh wait, I've got the wrong chat open. Wait, I've got the wrong chat open, you guys. Oh my gosh, I got the wrong chat open. I left my, oh my gosh, that's how slow I am. I left my chat open from last night. Oh my gosh, you know what, I'll tell you guys what I was wondering. That's why it didn't make any sense. Sorry, now I get it. Yeah, how's it going? A gambler's fallacy. No, it's not. I'll tell you what happened. So yesterday I streamed on Twitch, which is fine, but I left the chat open at the top and it was Forsen's chat. So when I'm looking at chat, I was literally looking at Forsen's chat, because I left it open. I didn't bother to look, so I literally left Forsen's chat open. Yeah, I was reading chat, and it was Forsen's chat, because that's who I rated. Okay, there you go. How's it going, Machiavelli? Nice shirt, man. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so sorry. So that's why. Yeah, why am I leaving Forsen's chat? Because when I sent the raid, so I was streaming on Twitch yesterday afternoon, and I left the chat open. So then I woke this morning, and I just assumed it was the right chat, and it was not the right chat. But anyway, yeah, that was really funny. Exactly, you guys, exactly. That's hilarious. Okay, so anyway, what are the questions you guys have? Let's see. Gukesh gotta go with Bond Cloud if he wants winning chances. No, I think we're gonna get E4. E4 is my big prediction of the day. If we don't get E4, I would be very surprised. Yeah, if we don't get E4, I'd be surprised. Maybe, I mean, again, like I said, we could get some sort of a Queen's Gambit Decline or Nimzo Indian type thing, but at this stage in the match, I don't really think Gukesh wants to go into unfamiliar territory with only 2 white games left. So I think we get E4. That's my prediction. Someone did a simulation on Reddit. Ding has 85% chance of winning tiebreaks. Do you agree? He's the favorite. He's the favorite, but I mean 80%, 60%, 90%. I mean, who really cares? He's the favorite, but I don't know if he's a big favorite or just a small favorite. So I mean, Gukesh can definitely surprise him, because in the French, they've only played 2 games. They played the exchange. There's 0 chance Gukesh will play the exchange, but again, we could get a new line. We could get something within the actual Steinitz itself, with like Bishop E3 perhaps, or play like Fabiano with Bishop D2 and Bishop E3. Did I watch the news? What news? I saw an alert in my email about Damascus, but I haven't looked closely at what happened. I mean, I think the remaining 2 games we will get fireworks. Yeah, I saw something about Damascus, but I didn't see anything else. Oh, so now my question about cold house versus warm house completely not applicable. Sorry, you guys. Yeah. Did I see Fabiano lost? Yeah, I saw it, and I'm frankly just I'm honestly just confused. I don't know what Fabiano was thinking yesterday. I mean, the guy's ahead by a point in the tournament. You offer the quick draw, and you win the tournament, you qualify for the candidates, and you get your rating points back another day. I was under the weird impression that Fabiano, for some reason, was trying to be greedy and have his cake and eat it too, where he wanted not only to qualify, but he wanted rating points as well. It's like, I mean, you just get into the candidates and then you worry about it. You worry about like 3 rating points another day. I mean, it's literally 3 rating points. It felt to me like Fabiano actually was trying to be greedy, and he wanted to win rating points as well as qualifying for the candidates, and it was just kind of insane to me. So I was really confused. Yeah, I was really confused by it. I didn't get it. It's like you just make the quick draw and you just move on, but it felt to me like he cared more about the 3 rating points than he cared about qualifying for the candidates or something, which is just bizarre. All right, players are at the board now, so I'm sorry about that little chat glitch. Sorry about the chat glitch. Really wasn't paying attention to what that chat was, but yeah. So anyway, Ding will not play a Sicilian. No. I mean, if you ask me to predict an opening, E4. I expect E4. We could get something within the Queen's Gambit decline, but I really expect E4. I do not expect a Caro Khan. I expect a French. Based on the lack of Ding's preparation, at least as I perceive it, I'd be really surprised if Ding suddenly decides to change it. So yeah, I'm actually looking at the maths. I don't see anything much. Yeah, I don't see anything much. So yeah. Are you playing any freestyle tournaments in India? I mean, if I qualify, I'll be honest, if I qualify, I'm probably playing every single freestyle event next year. Yeah, just being honest. Yeah, if I qualify, I'm playing every event for sure. So that's what I would say. So anyway, Ding is just chill. Yes, he is. Oh, Eugene Torre, the Filipino Grandmaster, made the ceremonial first move. Gukesh has been worse than the French. He won't go French. Like I said, if Gukesh doesn't go the French, I really don't see him coming up with big surprises anywhere else. I don't. There's Hu Yifan there as well. I don't see big surprises. Like, I don't know what else. I mean, Knight F3, G3, no big surprise. I don't expect that. It's traditionally very drawish too. Okay, we get Knight F3 though. But I think we're gonna get D4. I'd be very, very surprised if we get G3. Or wait, no, is this a ceremonial move or not? Let me refresh the board. I think these are ceremonial moves. Let me see. Are these real moves? No, they're real moves. Okay, so we get Knight 3, D5, C4. Okay, so we don't get G3, we get C4. All right. Okay, this is all in time with C4 being played. Why is it frozen? I'm still here, right? I'm still here, yeah. It's frozen. 1 second.
A very big challenge.
Didn't mean to do that. Sorry, you guys. Okay, there we go. All right, the tab got unmuted. All right, so as I was saying, I'm about the position here. Very sharp attempt here. Don't get fined. You can't get fined by who? By chess20, but get fined by chess.com. Yeah, good one. Anyway, okay, this is a very sharp opening choice from Gukesh. What he's hoping for is D4, and then he's going to play B4 probably. This is a la the number one Indian player in the world, the strongest Indian player, which is Arjun Erigaisi. He's played this a lot from the white side and the black side with B4, and we do get this. Okay, so Gukesh is indeed going all in here. This is all in mode from Gukesh here. So today's game should be sharp. This is all in mode. This is all in mode. This is all in mode. Basically, you try to take a bit of the center so black can't push the pawns to C5 or E5 here. C5 is not crazy, by the way, because you're hoping to go Knight C6 and E5 to just build a big black center as an illustration here with a knight guarding. But okay, we get C5, we get E3. This is all pretty standard, by the way. Arjun might be the strongest player, but Pragnon is strong. You know what's crazy? I think I played this in 2017 in the Pro Chess League against an Argentinian player by the name of Mareko. I think I won the game, but it was very sharp. How did I sleep? I slept well, but I was on the wrong side of 6 hours. I got like 5 hours 40 versus like 6:10. If I got in 6:10, my hair would look great. I would actually be perfect, but I was just slightly on the wrong side of the hour mark that I needed. So I think I had this against Mareko. Let me open chess space. Mareko won that. Oh, is that one that I lost? I think I played it in Japan. I was winning the game, then I blundered or something. Then okay, I've got the end result wrong, so it was one of the ones that I lost. Okay, but I did play this against Mareko in the Pro Chess League. I remember it because I was in March of 2017. I was in Japan when I played that. Like I think I played that. I don't know if I played that really early or really late at night, but I was in Japan at the time. So quick recap of how we reached this position. We got knight f3, d5, c4, d4, b4, c5, e3. Are you impressed with Gukesh for this choice? I would say that this choice is completely reasonable. I don't know if surprised is a word I would use, or impressed. Will I play viewers after this match? Probably not today, no. So why is Ding thinking? I think Ding is trying to remember which move to play. I believe D takes e3. Like where's that game? I was looking for the game that I had against Mareko. Let me take a look. Let me find this game. This was a long time ago, by the way. Second new board. There we go. Okay, so this is yeah, I had this against somebody online. I mean, it's been a long time since I played. I believe this is a favorite of Arjun's with the white piece. Yeah, but I believe takes d4 knight f6, and black is supposed to be better in the long term in these lines. I don't believe this is considered to be great for white. So yeah, this is supposed to be a little bit better for black, but it's gonna be very, very double-edged. Was I ever invited to make a ceremonial move? I never showed any interest, so no, I wasn't. And like, why would why would I travel to Singapore to make a ceremonial move? Like, why would I do that? That just sounds stupid. Not trying to be weird, but that just sounds stupid. So what time do you go to sleep? Surely you aren't staying up like me. Well, I fell asleep around 9:30. I know when I set my alarm last night for 3:35 a.m. it was literally 6 hours. Jealousy? Oh yeah, it's all about jealousy, right? Yeah, thank you. That's the number one thing that I can't understand is when people say that. I assume people are just trolling when they say that. But if they actually believe that, it really confuses me. I'm gonna be honest, because like out of all things I could be jealous about, that is definitely not one of them. Like, I mean, as a content creator, I mean, it's so much more rewarding. I've done so much better. It's just funny sometimes that people write that. Okay, so you guys want Polymarket? Like people, I think it's more that people, for whatever reason, they just don't believe that I'm a content creator. It's like they can't get their heads wrapped around it. It's a very interesting phenomenon. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a very interesting phenomenon to see. Okay, so draw 66%, Gukesh 23-13. I mean, again, so early, doesn't matter. Let's see what we get here. So put chat on screen. It's okay. Why don't I show the player cams? Okay, I think I'm gonna make sure that I put the let me pull this up. Yeah, I'll put this tweet up here so I can refer to it many times today, but for the first time today I'll refer to this tweet, which I think you guys are aware of. My cam's a little bit off, actually. I realize, isn't it? My cam's off touch, but you guys can tell from this cam, or from this tweet. One second, I'm just adjusting this 1 second. You can tell from this tweet that basically in order for Anish to shut the cams, he would have to pay $100,000. $100,000 in order to be able to get the camera rights for this match. There's no way I was ever going to spend $100,000 for this, so yeah, that's just a short answer why I'm not doing it. I mean, I could do it anyway and it wouldn't actually be a big deal, but I don't need to see some angry letter and some threat of a lawsuit and then all that stuff. So I don't need to deal with that. There's just no need. There's no need. So anyway, back to the game. We have the suspicion after E3 being played. Why is Anish always trying so hard? I don't know what you mean. There's a video on Chess Space India where casual fans mimic you. That's hilarious. Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice. This is definitely more on the aggressive side. It's an aggressive opening. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to see a 30-minute think here from Ding. That's FIDE. Yes, that's FIDE. This has potential to be a very long and very serious game. Of course, Ding is thinking for way too long here. This is ridiculous. It's move number 4 and he's thinking forever. You giving expert analysis using the live feed is fair use. I mean, I'm pretty aware that I could probably do it, but I don't really feel like dealing with the nonsense. I don't feel like dealing with the nonsense. I mean, there's no need for it. You guys, some people are farming for clout, and I don't feel the need to respond to what you're asking. Okay, so stop being weird. Can't people just use their brains and just like watch a game and enjoy something instead of trying to create drama? So, all right. Let's see what we get here. I should see Artemiev in the Qatar Masters by move 15 is down an hour. I mean, more what it is how are you down by an hour, or not an hour? How is Ding down 30 minutes every game except for yesterday? That's what actually really shocks me. By the way, for anyone who's wondering, this is basically like a reverse bloomin' onion. So normally the way you get the bloomin' onion is, wait, no, normally the way you get the Blumenfeld star is with white you get d4 knight f6, c4 c5, c4 c5, d5 b5, something like this, and you get e6 here. And this is the Blumenfeld normally, but here it's white's move. So actually it's a black's move here. It is, wait, is this a reverse? Wait a second, this is just a Blumenfeld reverse. Wait a second, let me see this. Wait, normally it goes d4 knight f6, c4 c5 d5, e6 knight f3 b5, and it's white's move here. White's move, black's move. Is it the same thing? Wait, same thing. It's the same thing, isn't it? I just realized it is the same thing, because here it's white's move, here it's black's move. So it's actually, yeah, it's a reverse Blumenfeld. I look sleepy. I'm a little bit slow. Yeah, it is, because it's black's move, so you can take on e3 here. No knight developed. Oh, I see. Oh, black doesn't have knight f6. Sorry. Okay, so I am really slow this morning. Yeah, all Ferrari fans need to be Delulu. I agree. What happened with Ferrari? I didn't see it. What time is it in California? It would be 1:12 a.m. in the morning, but I'm not in California. How do I select my equipment for streaming? I actually recently ordered a duplicate of my camera here, so I ordered a duplicate. Yeah, I ordered a duplicate, so I can actually literally tell you guys exactly what I ordered. Let me go check my orders on Amazon. Of course I don't want to leak anything, but let me go to my Amazon. Yeah, I played this with black. I remember when I played this in 2017 while I was in Japan. I looked at this and I thought that black should be a little bit better in these lines if you play it correctly. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know why Ding is taking so long. This is move number 3 or 4. Okay, so you guys want to know what I got? I'll literally write it in chat because I don't have a better way of doing it. Can't copy paste, that's annoying. So this is what I have. Here's the first thing. I just put this in chat. That's the lens. It's a Sigma 16mm f1.4 DCDN contemporary lens. And then here's the camera. Yeah, I mean, I have duplicates of this now, but here you go. That's the camera. And is there anything else? No, I think that's all you need to know, because the cords you can buy separately, but you have to buy camling and everything else, but that should be good enough. I remember when I looked at this in 2017, all those years ago, that I was pretty happy with this position with D4 knight f6 for black. I don't know why Ding is so deep in the tank here. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it's just nuts. So just nuts. So I think Ding is stumped heavily. I mean, if Ding is stumped already, I'm gonna be honest, if Ding is stumped already, he should never have played D4. He should have played E6 here. Yeah, he should have played E6. White is large spatial control because white is down a pawn. We might live in the new age where, you know, 1 doesn't equal 1. So that's what I would say. Yeah, I mean, if you're really worried about this, I mean, you can't play this. I'm just gonna be honest, you cannot play this. If you're worried about this, like if you're worried about this line, this is why when someone plays C4, you can just go E6 here and play simple chess. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little surprised that Ding did not play E6 on move 2. Did I talk about Fabiano? I did a little bit. I mean, frankly, I just don't know what Fabiano was thinking. I mean, he was trying to be like Marie Antoinette and have his cake and eat it too, which is just completely illogical to me. My general view is that for some reason Fabiano cared way too much about his rating points. I don't know if it was like he saw his rating going up and he started thinking about becoming #1 in the world, or what was going on. But I mean, obviously Fabiano should just like, you just make the quick draw there, you qualify for the candidates, and you move on with life. But for some reason I got the sense that Fabiano cares about his rating or something, or thought he was going to catch Magnus, so he decided to go insane, and he thought he could get rating points. He thought he could win the game and get rating points and qualify and get everything. Which was just kind of nuts in my opinion. So yeah, he lost last round game against Donchenko. Kramnik going after Witty Alien, I don't care. I mean, why would I care that? I mean, it's what it is. Arjun, like I said, Arjun has played this a million times. When I think about these lines, these are the Arjun lines. I also think about Fabiano yesterday, though. My general sense is on top of just like worrying about rating for some reason, I got the sense that also, because he's been playing players who are of a lower caliber than he is, he hasn't had to like be super precise in most games, and I got the sense he's a little bit lazy yesterday. He forgot that like these guys who are 2600 can still play very well, and so I think he got a little bit lazy, and that hurt him on top of the other stuff. Because when you're playing people who are like 24 2500 every game, there's certain little things you can do, like you don't have to be as precise, and I think it's just he got a little bit lazy as well. So very disappointing to see. But Donchenko is a very good player. Donchenko is a very good player. He's a 2600 plus player, very good player. What is Ding doing here? What is this? I mean, a 20-minute think here. I mean, I'll move 4 is insane, actually insane. This is not going to stabilize. There's not going to be some like simple stabilization here. I mean, it's what I said before. For some reason, I'm under the impression Ding literally was studying for like, I'm under the impression that Ding has only studied for a few weeks. I mean, I again, not trying to be over the top negative, but I believe Ding. I don't think he did real preparation for this match. Don't ask me why, but like, I don't think he did. I actually believe it, that he probably only spent three I think he only spent 3 weeks studying. I think I believe it, actually. If you ask me, he said it. Whether you believe it or not is a question, but I think he did. Why am I rooting for Ding? I'm not really rooting for Ding per se. Like I don't mind either player winning. I don't mind either player winning. Where's Spotify Wrapped? Where would Spotify Wrapped be in my Spotify? If I go to my Spotify, where would it be? Where would it be? Home? I'm on my home page. Recently played. Where would it be? I'm on my homepage. Road tripping December's here. Recent listening, greatest hits, 50 years. I don't see a Spotify Wrap. You can search Wrapped. Okay, let's search Wrapped. Your top songs 2024. Okay, your top songs. Okay. Oh wait, I have a bunch of Ava Max songs at the top. Probably because when I go running, I listen to that. Yeah, I probably listen to a lot of the Ava Max songs on Rewind when I was going running. But it just shows most listened to. That's all. You want me to play the rap song? Wrapped? Okay, I'll play Wrapped. We'll play the rap playlist on Oh, you know what? This song's number one. This song's number one because I listened to this song on Rerun. Also, when I played the Future First American World Champion, and I kicked his ass. So, yeah, I had this song on Rerun when I played against Hans. This is the song that I played the most. There we go. Okay. So yeah. So feels like it's gonna be a Fortnite day. No, it's definitely not gonna be a Fortnite day, and the reason it's not gonna be is this is gonna get sharp. I don't think there's any way to kind of kill the game. I don't know what Ding is looking at, by the way. No, it's already sharp. Like there's no way to kill this really. But I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, when I looked at this 7 years ago, 7.5+ years ago, you guys, I took and played C4. I played the Pro Chess League from Japan in March of 2017. I think I did blunder and lose the game, but I was just a little bit better out of the opening, I believe. Let me find that game. I played that from Kyoto. I remember that was from Kyoto, I believe. Yeah, long time ago, you guys. Yeah, because I think I was just better. So I took it, went D4, knight F6, bishop D3, and then I played G6, which I think is already maybe a little bit wrong. I think bishop G4 is considered better. But then when A3 takes, and here I played bishop G7, and I was better in this game. Bishop G7, castles. It was something like this: castles. Knight C3, and then knight C6, and then he played H3, and then I played B6. I believe this is all still normal. Queen to E2, and now I played bishop B7, and it was rook A-D1, rook C8, and I was better in this game. I did blunder later. I think I did blunder later, and I lost it. But this is already a little bit better for black. Yeah, I mean, the main issue here, though, is you have to play a forcing line. But like I said before, if you're not going to be ready for the C4, B4, then the bailout here is you just go E6 on move 2. You go E6 to dodge any of the B4 nonsense. So that's what I'm a little bit confused by. It's like, if he wasn't ready for this, then why did he... Like, I'll give you an example. On move 2 after C4. After C4, why not think for 15 minutes here and decide between D4 and E6 versus play D4 quickly and then just be shocked here after E3? Because this is not a position you should be shocked in. So I'm really appalled by this from Ding. So I think the time management, it's not the end of the world, but the usage is wrong. He should have spent 10 to 15 minutes here on E6. rather than just blitzing out d4 and then thinking. I expected d4. I expected e4 too. I thought Gukesh would go French. I think if this game is a draw, we will get a French because there's nothing left that's a surprise. Nothing left that's a surprise here. Did I see the Notre Dame reopening? I did see that. Yeah. This is not about the best move though, you guys. This is going to be a very, very nervy game. It's going to be a very nervy game. Because you're going to have to spend time on every single move. But every single move. So anyway, so all right, should I buy Ion Q stock? It's funny you should mention. I was looking at it yesterday when I was going through my review of what I'm looking at for the next week in the markets. I was looking at it, but I'm very bullish tech still. I think tech is going to rally through the end of the year. I think there's some data on the 11th if I'm not mistaken. Did I buy the hot coin? Why would I ever do that, you guys? Why would I ever do that? So, honest question, Hikaru, why is Ding always think and play a move which follows a sequence, but always again during his 20 minutes? I don't understand this time usage from Ding at all, just because if he's not ready for this, I don't know why he didn't play e6 on, why he didn't think for 15 minutes here between e6 or d4, because e6 here was completely fine too. Like I really wonder what Gukesh would have played after e6. Like, would he have played g3 maybe? Try to play another Catalan perhaps? I lost 20k in the hawk to a coin. I hope that's a joke. Puts on Tesla, you're insane. But yeah, I mean, what should happen is take c before d4 knight f6 is what I mentioned before. This is what I played in March of 2017 in the Pro Chess League while traveling in Japan. So that's what I oh, Stellantis. Oh yeah, I don't believe in any of that. I don't know what Ding is thinking about here. Do I trade derivatives? Yeah, I had a great week in Lululemon and Marvel last week. Great week. Both of them crushed the earnings. Anyway, why is Ding thinking here? Why is he still in the tank? This is just insane. I mean, I don't understand why he's thinking here. If he was really so worried, he should have just played c4 e6. Like, this is completely reasonable, completely fine, just nuts. Do I have Shungite? Shungite, yeah, I have Shungite all around La Casa. Okay. I'm still beating the market by about, yeah, over 10 years ish. Yeah, over the last year I'm outperforming the market hugely though. I'm outperforming by, I think, I didn't look to see lately, but I think I'm outperforming by like 10% or something insane. But I mean, it's a year where everything's going up, so that's not really saying a whole lot. If you aren't having a huge year and you're super long this year, you're doing something horribly wrong. There are literally almost no stocks you could pick that are doing badly, other than probably energy car stocks like Stellantis or Rivian or that kind of nonsense. But yeah, right amount to invest. I mean, it's not, I'll give you, I mean, I would just say that, like, just buy the index, buy $100 every month of like the S&P and the NASDAQ and just chill. So actually not so difficult. But the problem is you get inundated with a bunch of nonsense from the media about how you're supposed to get rich fast. Yeah, year to date plus 37.85. Or wait, that's not annualized, but same thing. Year to date 37.85 versus 28.07 in the S&P. So pretty good stuff. So okay, waiting for a move from Ding. Still thinking here, as I said before, completely unacceptable time usage because this game is going to be sharp. This is not like the other games. This game is going to be sharp from the get-go. He's going to probably have to use time every move unless he knows the line by heart, and I don't think he does, because if he knew the line by heart, he would have played he would have played something already. So I mean, I'm a fan of Tesla, but I think everything else is nonsense. Stellantis, Rivian, I mean, they're all going to get crushed. Okay, waiting for a move. This time user is horrible. I mean, I can't tell. Like, it could be an act, but it's really hard to believe. Really hard to believe. There's no way this game is not decisive. I mean, I think it is going to be decisive. I mean, you cannot use 30 minutes on move 4. Like, you can't use 30 minutes on move 4 with no increment. He's got to move soon, by the way. If he doesn't move in the next 5 minutes, I mean, but again, he's been doing this the whole way, so that's why it's like it's hard to judge. Like, it could be a trick too. He could be doing this on purpose. So that's the thing. It's hard to know. So, all right, losing 30 minutes on purpose, like I said, I mean, it's not so much anything about 30 minutes, but I think it's like the whole grimacing and acting like he's in pain. It's hard to believe that, like, it's hard to believe that he's completely out of prep on move 4. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows except Ding. But I mean, what does this think? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Because every move is going to be tricky here. Maybe he does it on purpose because he knows he plays better with less time, but it can only hurt you. It can't help. There's no upside to using too much time. There's no upside. There's only downside. So there's only downside. It makes no sense because then you're only potentially inflicting self-harm there. That's the thing. The upside is having no time to second guess yourself. Maybe. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go heat up some rice, and I'll be back in like 3 minutes because this is like really bad. I'm discombobulated. Not really, but I'm really confused. I mean, as 30 minutes on move 4 is just not okay in a world championship match. When you have months to prepare, I mean, this cannot be happening every game. I mean, I'm sure the choice is surprising, but if the choice is surprising, I'll give you an example. If you're not prepared for this, then you play E6. But when you have like months and months to prepare, you have to be ready for this stuff. I mean, you just got to be ready. I mean, you just have to be ready for this. There's no excuse. There's just no excuse for this. Okay, it looks like he's finally gonna move or not. No, he's not gonna move. I've been down on Ding before. It's not the thing is the thing with being down on Ding is that it can only hurt you. There's no upside to it. That's the problem. Like, there's no upside here. And Ding has had months to prepare, and he should be ready for it. He should be ready for this. So I mean that's why I can't understand this. Oh, is this playlist only on this playlist is only on sequence? You can't shuffle this playlist. So let me go back to F the Trolls. You can't shuffle this one. There we go. Okay, we're still waiting for a move here. Okay, I'm gonna go heat up the rice, I think. Refresh the page. No, we have no moves. I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, unless he's gonna move fast later on. I mean, Anish thinks he might have forgotten the opening. He doesn't want to hype the centers. He's in a dilemma. But I mean, you can't. I mean, when you go d4, what are you hoping for? I'm just going to talk about this at the top level. The only options after d4, white plays b4, be super aggressive, or white plays e3. But e3 knight c6 is just completely fine for black. And also, as I mentioned, when we got c4 on move 2, I think I mentioned, maybe I didn't mention until b4, like it's super obvious that after d4 we're going to get b4 in the situation because of the what the odds are in rapid. So I mean, also Arjun has played this. I mean, the #1 Indian player, the best Indian player in the world right now, has also played this as white quite a few times. So like if you're really worried about this, then don't do it. But I'm also disappointed because, like, I mean, Ding did play this in 2021, so why is he using 30 minutes? Like, I played this in 2017, and I don't remember the game perfectly, but I remember I played this in 2017, and you take on e3 and take on b4. So I don't really get what Ding is doing here, because he played in 2021, so there's no way he doesn't remember that game. He might not remember it by heart, but there's no way he doesn't at least have a recollection of it. Ding trying to find an anti-prep line. There's no anti-prep. The game's going to get very sharp here. Yeah, I'm going to go heat up some rice. I'll be right back, you guys. What? Are you kidding me? Wait, are you guys kidding me? What is this? You can't be serious. No, I mean, what is this? Seriously. I mean, you can't be serious. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. After c4 you play e6. If you haven't done a real preparation, you play e6. I mean, what is this? No, I mean, this is ridiculous. In a world championship match, this is just ridiculous. You can't do this on move 4. You cannot do this. I mean, also, like, I'm not trying to be negative, over the top negative again, but like, when you're playing, when you have a world championship match and you have 6 months to prepare at least when you know your opponent, like, how can you be, I mean, the whole point of the world championship match is that you have the time to prepare. That's the whole point. Okay, so we get knight f6 finally after like a 20-year think. 40 minutes, I mean, yeah, okay, move 5. And now what? I mean, because Gukesh is still going to be blitzing out the moves for at least the next 30 moves. And now what? Like, that's the problem. And now what? Because like every move he's going to be, every move he's still, I mean, Gukesh is still in prep here. Ding loses the title today. I mean, we'll see what happens, but his time usage really scares me. Ding's plays opening with black and won the event, the Gold Money Asian Rap Rooms in 2021. Well, that's kind of the point. So why did he think so long on this move? Why didn't he just play this move after a 15 or 20 minute think? Why did he use 40 minutes? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, move 5 being down 40 minutes is not okay. This is just insane. I mean, you have to move quickly here. You can't spend another 20 minutes. No, I mean, everyone's being critical of Ding because there's no way you should be able to prep this early. I mean, it's a world championship match. You have months and months to prepare. Your opening should be very solid everywhere. It's like every game he's like underprepared, which is why I said I think he only took 3 weeks to prepare, which is just bizarre. I mean, just really bizarre. Nepo tweeted, I mean, I'm not shocked. It's just bizarre. There's really no good explanation. Someone tell Ding it's his turn. Yeah, I mean, it's just like when you have 6 months to prepare, to be out of prep on move 5 in a world championship game is just ridiculous. Anish mentioned a blitz game that he lost me. That I didn't remember, but I'm not surprised I played it. He's acting, well, he could be acting all he wants, but if he gets low on time, he's not going to play the best moves, more likely than not. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up with him. You mean 6 months? He had 2 years to prepare, right? But he didn't know his opponent. He knew his opponent was going to be Gukesh in May of this year. So, no, if Ding draws today, I mean, I'd be amazed. I would be amazed just because he's really tempting fate. Every game, it seems like, other than the last one, he's really tempting fate and getting low on time. And he's been able to hold together. I mean, Gukesh also helped him out by not beating him in those 2 middle games, but really bad. Yeah. Who's more grumpy? I mean, grumpy is the wrong word. It's more that I'm just confused. I'm just confused. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand it at all. Who eats rice in the morning? Japanese people do, for sure. I think Chinese people do as well. Computer wants an IT6 as well, but I mean, I don't even care what he does. You gotta move. What does this think here? It's move 5. You gotta move. Jeez. Yeah, 40% in polymarket. Yeah, of course I was dealing with that, you guys. Of course I was dealing with tweets. Are you serious? Stop being weird. So this is just insane. I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is just crazy. Actually crazy. It's what I said before, you guys. If you're not sure what you're going to do in the B4 line, you think and you go E6 here. You just go E6 and you avoid any of this insanity. Like D4 knight F6. Like, why didn't he do this? Like, I mean, if he's really only prepared for a couple of weeks and he doesn't know it, then why on earth do you allow B4 E3? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Also, early on, I could see not understand the time format, i.e. no increment. But at this point, I mean, come on. At this point in the event, like, you know there's no increment. You know you're gonna get crushed on clock. You already have once or twice. Like, what is this? I mean, I don't know this line because I don't play this line. The line that I played, as I told you guys, was take C before. This is what I played. I played this in 2017, so yeah. You gotta move. No, I mean, this is horrible. This is just horrible. No explanation. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It was like the most. This is just insane. I mean, if you really only prepare for 3 weeks and you're not ready for B4, you cannot play D4 here. You just go E6 and you chill. I mean, it's just crazy. Because there's no safe line here. There's no safe line to get out. There's no safe line. I mean, I can't believe you spent so long to play knight F6 here. I just cannot believe this. What is going on? I mean, A5, B5, and then what? G6? Okay, this might be something because, yeah, bishop B2, bishop B7 takes you knight H5. Like, this could be something, but no, I'm gonna make my first prediction of the day. If Ding does not blitz out like 3 or 4 moves very soon, he's just gonna lose this game. It's not even gonna be close because his time situation is already pretty critical here. I mean, this is a world championship. You have 6 months to prepare for Gukesh. You've known your opponent for many months. To prepare for 3 weeks or whatever is just really, I mean, you're literally asking for something bad to happen to you when you do this. You're asking for something bad to happen to you. It's just insane. Come on, move. And the main point is there's going to come a moment in this game where, assuming that we don't get perfect play, Gukesh is going to have 40 minutes to think and try to calculate the whole long line to the sequence where he wins the game. No, I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is just not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. He's felt like he's gotten away with it so many times in matches. The habit's only going to get worse. Probably true, actually. Oh, come on, just move. I don't know why. I mean, I think he I think he's not prepared. I really think that Ding was being honest coming into the match. He only prepared for a couple weeks. I think he's being serious. He didn't spend those months that he had to get ready for the match. I mean, he's had 6 months to prepare for this match, and it really shows that he clearly did not do significant preparation. I don't even understand that. I really don't understand. It's like, why do you not go E6 here? Why am I so mad because this is not even about the game. This is literally like you have 6 months to prepare. There's certain things you fundamentally should do. You should not be out of prep on move 5 in a world championship where you've had many months to prepare. It just should not be the case. There's no way you missed the A3. I mean, he spent all this time. I mean, honestly, like I said, I mean, the thing that's really so bad about this is that, like, I played this in 2017. I played this against Mareko when I was on vacation in Japan, and it's like, I'm not saying this is like that white doesn't have good play here because white is a center, but you're up a pawn, you fion cheater the bishop, and you just play chess. You get to move 10, and that's that. Leko's roasting Ting. Of course he is, because it's just not acceptable. You have 6 months to prepare for this match. I mean, you had 6 months to prepare for this match. Like, what is this? I mean, it's just crazy. What is this? He's down 1 hour. He has to make 25 minutes in an hour. I mean, not 25, sorry, 35 moves, not 25. 35 moves in an hour. Like, this is just not okay. Yeah, eval bar shows an advantage again. Computers at 3500 play chess differently than humans. I mean, knight c6 for, in my opinion, a very hard move to play, because after b5 knight a5 it looks like you're losing this pawn on d4. I guess there's bishop g4 and black's fine, but to actually like work this out, especially when you're already way down on the clock, is very unlikely. He just wanted the money by playing. I mean, I'm not going to speak for him. Who knows? What is this? Just move, dude. Jeez, just move. Oh my gosh. Just move. This is just insane. Just insane. Somebody broke Ding's brain. I mean, I don't know what it is, but like, as I said before, you've got 6 months to prepare for the match. Like, even if you don't like spend 6 months preparing, like, to be out of prep on move 5 in a world championship game, it's just something that should never happen. Should never happen, let alone multiple times where he's been out of prep by move 10. Just move. Oh my god. And now he's like, come on, just go. This can't be true. It is true. I'm looking at the cams. It is true. I know what Sessa says, you guys, but that's computer chess. Like, he's down an hour on the clock. Why won't I show the cam? I already explained this earlier, and I'll show the tweet again. So I'll show the tweet again. The tweet is this was a tweet from Anish about a month ago, October 31st, which basically Anish was saying that he needed $100,000 from someone in order to show the cams. Now, that's not to say you can't show the cams and talking and all that other stuff. It doesn't fall under fair use, because of course it does, but like, there's no need to push that, especially because I think I'll get the audience anyway. I don't think it makes a substantial difference. So anyway, casually, is a tweet saved for the response? I do, yeah, because enough people have asked now. Come on, move. I mean, I think if you're a Gukesh, you're honestly just shocked. You're honestly just shocked, because this should never happen. In a world championship match, it should never happen. You have months to prepare. I mean, he's down an hour. Move number 5. What is this? I should reshow the opening. Yeah, it's been 5 moves. There's nothing to reshow. If it were 10k, would you buy the rights? I would at least consider it, but probably I still wouldn't do it because I fundamentally think the whole thing is wrong. But yeah, but what is this? But you don't even need the rights, right? I mean, that's the other thing. It does fall under fair use, but still, like, getting some nasty emails saying they're gonna file a lawsuit or they're gonna threaten legal action. I mean, who needs it? Especially when it's not gonna make that much of a difference. Oh, come on, what is this? Are you kidding me? A 20-minute think after A3. Like, what is this? You'll beat them in court as fair use. I'm aware of that, you guys, but you're still gonna have to waste money on legal fees. I'm aware of that. I'm well aware of that, but nonetheless, like, do you really want to deal with that nonsense? I'm getting upset, you guys. I'm getting upset by this. I'm getting really upset because this is not even about the chess. This is just like ridiculous. What is going on here? This is a mental breakdown or the ultimate troll? It's not an ultimate troll. I think Ding is just broken. I do. I mean, I give him a lot of credit in my opinion for hanging on as long as he did, but I think he's just broken. I think he's just actually broken because this is really just, I mean, this is just insane. There's no good explanation for this. I mean, he's under an hour on move 5. Like, what the heck is this? Just move. Oh my god, what is wrong? No, I mean, I think he's done. I think he's just gonna lose this game. I don't think it's even gonna be close. I don't think it's gonna even be close, if I'm being honest. I mean, he has 1 hour for 35 moves, no increment. I mean, he's gonna lose. I mean, he's just gonna lose on time alone. He's gonna get low on time and he's gonna blunder. It's not, I mean, it's not about that. It's just, what the heck is D4? If you're not ready for B4, you go E6 and you play chess. I mean, what is this nonsense? You just play E6 and knight F6. Like, what is this? Just move. Oh my god. I'm gonna sneeze too. 1 second. Okay, it looks like he's reaching for a piece. Finally, you gotta move. Just move. It's what I said before, though. It's like, I mean, he's been tempting fate this whole match, and fate has been smiling upon him, and it's like, okay, I've been tempting fate. Why don't I keep tempting fate and hope that nothing bad happens? I mean, that's literally what it is. He's been getting low on time pretty much every game except for yesterday. He's been out prepared in the openings, and he's somehow been able to hang on. He's been losing 2 games in the middle, which he didn't lose either, which is kind of a small miracle, maybe a miracle as well. And now it's like, okay, let's just tempt fate again and spend an hour on move 4 and hope that somehow we don't get punished for it. What is this? Just move. I mean, if he like, he literally is going to be is going to be impossible to play this game. Literally, it's going to be impossible not to lose this game if he gets down to like 40 minutes, because he's gonna have to, every move he's gonna have to play within 1 minute. Let's refresh. Yeah, this is upsetting me too. I normally, like, I'm not upset, but this is actually upsetting me because this has nothing to do with the actual chess game. There's nothing to do with the chess game. Plays bishop g4. Okay, wait, do we get bishop g4 on the board? Let me see. Okay, we got a move. At ed4. Okay, now you have to take. Okay, already a blunder, by the way. Already a blunder. He blunders on move 5. I've been annoyed, but this is like the most upset. I'm actually upset right now. It's all prep. Okay, and this is another example. See, already here he has to cut down his thinking process. You can't spend that much time. You have to decide pretty quickly whether to take or go bishop h5. I don't understand how you have 6 months to prepare for a match and you're out of prep on move 5. Like, I don't understand it. I literally don't understand it. Why am I upset? I'm upset because this game this is like, it feels like these are things that you would expect to see at a lower level of chess, not at the top level. That's why I'm upset. Like, if you get out prepared, someone has a great novelty on move 20, move 15, whatever it is, and everything, like, that's fine, that's life, that's the nature of chess. But when you're literally out of prep on move 5 and it would appear that you haven't done serious preparation for the match, it's like, what's going on? That's like, what's going on? Like, you're at the top level. Like, you have 6 months to prepare. What is this? Like, if this was a normal open turn, I wouldn't even be surprised. It wouldn't be a big deal. But in the world championship, where you have months and months to prepare, like, that's the whole point of the world championship. I mean, it's the main reason that Magnus decided to drop out, because he didn't want to spend months and months preparing for the match. He didn't want us to spend months and months to have to draw. But Ding has played this line as black. If he's played this as black, that's even worse, actually. You're saying he's played this position as black or not? Let's open chess base. Guys, I don't care about people who are farming for clout, so stop asking, okay? We have c4, d4, b4. It was what? b4, c5, e3. Let's see. Did he play bishop g4 here? Or no, it was knight f6, a3. That's what it was. No, I mean, this position's never been played before. Wait, is bishop g4 itself a novelty? It might be. I think bishop g4 itself is a novelty. I think he's got to take. I think you have to take and play like queen c7 and just like try to develop quickly. Try to play 20 moves. No, this time usage is the worst time usage we've seen in this. You tweeted 20 minutes ago. I know. I mean, bishop h5 is possible, but it's a very risky move because you feel like in general there's knight e5, bishop g2, bishop b2. It looks scary. I mean, Anisha's shocked, yeah, because this is an error that should never happen at the top level. I mean, that's kind of the point. Yeah. I mean, it's just something that it's a mistake that has nothing to do with the actual game. That's the problem. Oh, come on. And now we're in for another thing. Like, every move he's gonna have to use time. Every move he's gonna be in trouble here. No, I mean, he needs to go queen c7 and play like knight c6 or e6, just develop, play 5 to 6 moves very quickly, and then think. He cannot think here. Like, but this is also why do you spend an hour on bishop g4? Maybe not an hour, 20 minutes on bishop g4. Just play that in 5 minutes. Like, you're gonna need the time later on. You know, Ding was struggling with his mental health and didn't really prepare for the final, so why the unnecessary drama about it? I mean, everyone's different, and I know when I say this, some people are gonna say, well, you're saying this because if Ding didn't play, it was you. But I would reiterate that even if it were Fabian or Nepar, I would say the same thing. You want to see someone who's giving it their all in this match. That's what you want to feel. You want to see someone who's giving it their all in this match. So if you can't give it your all in the match, then why are you playing? Like, I mean, and I know some people are saying, well, you're saying that because if Ding didn't play, it would have been you. But I would say the same thing even if it were Fabian or Nepar. I would say the exact same thing. So like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't get it. You don't care to know. I actually said if I were playing a match, I would have taken about 2 to 2.5 months off from streaming. For the candidates, I took about a month off. Maybe not a full month, but I think I was only streaming Title Tuesday. Maybe I was streaming Arena Kings, but I'm trying to remember what I was streaming exactly. But yeah, I took a month off from streaming. Okay, so we get takes, 3 moves. Okay. And all GMs feel the same way too. Would you be upset if you're in Gukesh's place? I mean, how can you be upset if you're in Gukesh's place? You're literally thinking like this guy's not taking the match seriously, so like you have better odds, I guess. Okay, so we'll get Queen F3, Queen C7. You should play this instantly. Should be no think at all here. This should be a move that you play right away, literally. Okay, does it good. I think I'm biasly you're the best openings in cats. No, I did not. Basically what I would say is this: if Gukesh is out of prep here, if you're Ding, you're literally breathing a big sigh of relief. If Gukesh blitzes out any more moves here, you're literally you're doing PP in your Pampers, if I'm being honest. So let's see, will Gukesh move instantly here, or is he out of prep? Okay, maybe Gukesh is out of prep. Maybe. Okay, if he's out of prep, maybe it'll work. We'll see. Because basically here, if Gukesh knows that C5 is the move, he plays it, he has a nice advantage here. But if he doesn't know C5 is the move, say we got like E5 here and Bishop D6, Knight D7, A5, Black can very quickly play the next 5-6 moves. If Gukesh uses an hour here, I'm gonna fall off my chair. Did I see Vishy taking on all the GMs criticizing the game's quality? I didn't see that, but I would actually agree. The quality of the games is not something you can critique. Time usage and other things you can critique, but the actual quality of the games, it's very hard to critique it. I mean, you can have an issue with some of the moves, but when you start saying like they're playing badly, I would say that there's a lot of pressure for the players, and it's very varied in terms of what specifically for criticism. Okay, if Gukesh is out of prep, then Ding is at least happy. Temporarily, he's happy. Because C5, I think, is not an easy move to play here. It's a top computer move. Why? Bishop A4? What is this nonsense? Okay, I mean, this is very weird. This is very weird computer chess. Like, I wonder why is this just not just better? Oh, because there's going to be an early A5. There's pressure on the pawn. Because if you could get something like, just to set it up, something like this is just really, really pleasant for white. This is just a very, very pleasant position. White is just better. The 2 Bs, nice central expansion on the queen side here with these pawns. Potential to play C5 or Bishop F4. This is the dream. Will I be joining Magus and Levy? They haven't asked me, so I'm presuming the answer is no for today. I didn't see anything. I mean, like I said, it's very, the thing is that, like, I objectively, like, I don't mind seeing either player win, but you don't want to see things happen that you perceive as basic mistakes. Like, this is just a basic mistake. It's something you should never see in a match that has nothing to do with chess itself, with the game itself, I should say. I don't care what Polymarket says right now. I mean, Polymarket says, wait, Gukesh is 45 cents to win the game here. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Okay, let's see what we get here. Let's see what Gukesh plays in this position. So let's see what we get in this position. Bishop b2 also very logical. Something like this could happen as well, but I think generally here with white, you're thinking to play g3, bishop g2 is what you want. You guys saw what I was hovering over, so yeah, you guys saw what I was hovering over there. I can't bet, by the way, if anyone's wondering. Have I ever bet on chess games? I think I did a sponsored stream during one of the Chess Champions tours when Magnus was playing Wesley, if I remember correctly, a couple of years back, and I bet on Magnus to win. But yeah, no, that's the only time there was a during one of those old CCTs. There was a sponsorship, so it's not legal in America. It's not legal in America. So, thoughts on Fabiano losing his final game in St. Louis and worsening his FIDE circuit chance? I already spoke about it earlier. I don't know why Fabiano is worried about a couple of rating points. Just make the draw and move on. But it happens. Okay, we get D3. Not the best move here from Gukesh. If we get A5 here, it's going to get interesting. If we get A5 here, it's going to get quite interesting, actually. If we get A5... Now this actually, I'm going to be critical of Gukesh here. I'm going to be very critical of Gukesh. You know what I'm going to say about Gukesh here? Gukesh is trying to pressure him on the clock here and not use 20 minutes. Like, he's trying to not pressure him on the clock and use 20 minutes. If that makes sense. Like, instead of using 20 minutes here, Gukesh is saying, you know what, I'm going to move quickly and keep the pressure on the clock. I just gave the worst trading advice ever. Do you guys remember what I was hovering over? I was hovering over no. I was hovering over no, you guys. I was hovering over no, not yes. I was hovering over no. What are you talking about? I already said 45%. I mean, I was hovering over no. If you guys can't read the signs, it's not my problem. I literally was hovering over the no. I mean, I was hovering over the no. You guys didn't realize that? But I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like quitting right now, because like I don't even understand what's going on. Because now Dean's gonna get to play a bunch of quick moves with no risk. He's gonna get e5, knight c5, and bishop e7 and castles very quickly. And now Gukesh is gonna have to sit and think for an hour. Like, I'm so confused by this. Like, what is d3 after like 7 minutes? I mean, you're out of preparation. Why are you blitzing with d3? You have a built-in hour lead on the clock. What is d3? Like, you built a 1 hour lead on the clock. Why are you suddenly trying to cheese your opponent? Like, why are you trying to cheese him on the clock when you're up an hour? Like, or unless somehow Ding just knows that Gukesh is gonna like start getting delusions of grandeur. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is weird. I don't understand. I'm really confused by this. I don't even understand it. The acting is working. I don't know. I mean, maybe, I mean, you're out of prep here. Just, I mean, even if you spent 20 minutes before playing d3, why do you play it in 7 minutes? Just use your time. Just use your time. You're up an hour. As the famous Michael Bot-Vinnick would say in the old days, just sit on your hands and think. Well, I don't understand. I mean, this move, I mean, if he spends 15-20 minutes, I don't have an issue with it, but to play this move in 7 minutes is just bizarre. Because now we're gonna get e5, knight c5 immediately, and I don't know why Gukesh isn't even just worse here. Like, what do you do? G3, I mean G3, knight c5, bishop g2, e5, castles, bishop d6, knight d, maybe you go a4 here, maybe, but even this is like, even this is not great for white. You move the rook, you go f5, like, is it f5 and e4? I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Gukesh is actually worse here technically, but I don't think it's a big deal. But more, I don't understand. He builds a 1 hour lead on the clock and spends 7 minutes on d3. I'm really confused. I'm confused. If it works, it works. I mean, I guess you're right, but like, use your time, idiot. Sun Tzu. Yes, exactly. It's worse for chess as a sport if Gukesh doesn't win. I mean, but the thing is, like, Ding is very likable. Like, I mean, all jokes aside, like, Ding is somewhere you feel like he's struggling. He's very likable. I mean, on one hand, you really do want to see Ding win. Like, you do want to see it. Gukesh confused. Yeah, but the thing is, you have a 1 hour lead on the clock. That's the problem. That's why I don't understand this. If you're up by 20 minutes or something, I think spending like 5-6 minutes to play d3 is fine. But when you're up 1 hour on the clock, just play this move right away if you're not 100% sure is just, I mean, everyone's confused lines. Everybody, literally, myself, Magnus, Fabiano, Nepo, all of us. But when you're up an hour on the clock, yeah, it's, I don't know. But this is also why betting on chess is very tricky, because, like, for example, if Gukesh was still in prep here and plays c5, I think his chance of winning are north of 50%. But if he doesn't, which is why I was hovering over the no, in one move, suddenly the advantage is gone. That's why chess is literally one of the worst possible games, or one of the biggest mental mind fudges that you can have, because literally one move is the difference between having great chance to win a game and ruining everything. Just ruining everything. Just ruining everything. Like, literally one bad move with d3, and now it's like you've messed it all up. There's a famous British saying, right, which is you screwed the pooch. I remember that game. That phrase was from one of the games that I played when I was much younger. There was this was it Microsoft Golf? I think it was Microsoft Golf, if I remember correctly, which it was David Flaherty. He always had this phrase, you screwed the pooch. And so, like, to use that British phrase, it feels like Gukesh has done that a little bit here. And now Ding's gonna go e5, knight c5. I mean, literally. And his moves are super easy too. Like, it's just bizarre. You still like Ding out of that painful last game? Yeah, for people who think that, like, I even particularly think about that, I don't. That's so long gone for me. So long gone. I mean, I don't think about that game. I mean, like, people think, oh, I'm like super angry about the Vidic games, or I hate him. Like, I literally was in a taxi with Vidic in London last week or whenever it was, and like, you know, talking about all's good, and it's like, it's just bizarre when you hear it's like, you know, we're all supposed to hate each other or something. It's like, it's funny. Oh, glad to hear you stopped the gambling stream's first back stream back here. I haven't done that in a long time. I don't intend to do it. Also, I mean, fine, fudge it. I'll just say it. Like, I had an offer, I think it was about 2 months ago, basically for effectively $4 million to do Gamba, and I turned it down. So there, I said it. I won't say anything more. So, like, I did it for a little bit. I didn't really enjoy it, and that's life. Okay, there you go. Okay, enough said. That's the only time I'm going to talk about it. Just put it out there. Okay, enough, and let's move on. Okay, so let's see what Gukesh does here. Let's see what Gukesh does in this position. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say it once, because fudge it. I don't care. Okay, just fudge it. So, okay, let's see what Gukesh is gonna play here. I would take it if I was you. Well, but you see, you guys, one of the things that's really good about playing chess, and I think I've said this before. I definitely said this when I spoke one time, something related to finance. But is that basically chess is very good at, you have to look at risk reward of everything. What is a risk and what's a reward? And you could say that, but on the other hand, if you do that, you potentially kill your career down the road. So you also have to look at it as a long-term thing. It's almost like actuary type stuff, where you have to look at it as like, what's the expected outcome? What's the EV to all the stuff? If you think your EV is more than that, it's worth it not to do it. So there, I said it one time, I'm not going to say it again. Okay, one time and that's it. Okay. EV is entry value. Okay, let's see what Gukesh does here. So let's see what Gukesh does. Or no, sorry, it's expected. Did I say entry value? It's expected value. Did I say entry value or expected value? I said entry value. You're right. What am I saying? Sorry, but it's a poker phrase. It's a poker phrase. Yeah. Yeah. It's expected value. I said entry value. I was thinking of poker. I was thinking of maybe I was saying pot odds. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm confusing my mind. Update poly market. I mean, I love how this is just like I love this, you guys. I love this. Yeah. I'm thinking of equity. Yeah, I'm thinking of the equity. Yeah. Yeah. No, but you know what's really funny about this? You know what's what's really funny about this? What's really funny about this objectively is what's really funny objectively about this is that yes, Gukesh is probably going to now spend a bunch of time. So yeah. Recap time? No recaps. No, this is gonna be a long game. It's gonna be a long time, a long game, and I don't like it for Gukesh suddenly. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Because Ding gets like easy moves. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4. They're like 4 easy moves. Doritos or Lay's? I've had Lay's much more recently. I've had Lay's a decent amount in the last probably decade. Doritos I have not had much of. I mean, the main issue with Doritos is that they're very sticky for the fingers. I would say objectively though, I think Doritos, I like Doritos more. I think Doritos are more. Yeah, I would say Doritos. What does my schedule look like in terms of chess tournaments in the foreseeable future? So yeah, so I'll tell you what I'm playing. So I'm playing the World Rapid and Blitz in New York at the end of the month. And then in February I'll be playing the freestyle chess in Germany. In March I'll be playing the American Cup, although there's probably a special event before then that I won't talk about at the moment, but you guys will hear more about in the near future at the beginning of November or beginning of March. But I have American Cup, which is like the middle of the latter part of March. And then I have Norway chess, which I believe is in May or June or whenever it is, but that's what I have. So those are the events. No, basically the problem here is all these moves are too easy. We have knight c5 and e5, like this, even this, like you just put the bishop on d6 and castle. You pretty much can never be worse here because you just got this massive grip with the bastions. Because now white's overextended. He has a chain, but this knight is on c5. So World Cup, I don't know, there's no information on the World Cup. I have no idea what that is or when it is or whatever, so we'll see. But truth be told, if I do well in the freestyle, there's a very good chance that I won't even try very hard to qualify for the candidates. I mean, if I do well in the freestyle, there's a very good chance that I won't care at all about the candidates. Argentina won the World Cup, exactly, yeah. Like, let's just say I win if I win the freestyle like in Germany, and then I would like finish top 2 in the next one. I might just be like, screw this, I'm just gonna play that. So I must be joking. I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking at all. I don't joke about those things. Gukesh for a long time here. Investment advice on crypto, I don't have any. White's bishops are not great here. Not great. So, do I invest in bonds? I had a, how much did I put? I think I put 125 in a 5 point. I think I put it in a 5.5 like a year ago. So I did a 1-year bond, I think at 5.5 with JP Morgan, but I don't generally do it. Now rates are coming down, so it's not worth it. All it takes is like 1 hour in SMCI and you'll do better than you'll do in bonds. So I don't really do bonds much at the moment. So, anyway, let's see what we get here from Gukesh. Probably G3 will be played if I had to predict. But also, this is very difficult for Gukesh here because on a psychological level, again, like getting back to the point about the time usage, like somewhere around here after A3, Gukesh is up an hour on the clock, and you look at the body language of Ding. He's shaking his head. He's nervous. So like you're up an hour on the clock. You see the body language of Ding, and you're already, I think, in your mind thinking, you know what? I've got this game in the bag. I'm gonna win the game. Like you get influenced by what you see, and then it's like all of a sudden, immediately you play one bad move, and suddenly all those thoughts are gone, and now you have to mentally reset, which is very difficult to do. I don't think Ding is going to lose this game. I don't. That's why that's why actually, you guys, if you're really paying attention, I was hovering over the buy the no on Gukesh, because I was basically telling you guys that I thought 45% was way too high there. I don't think Ding is going to lose this game. His moves are too easy. You go knight c5, knight d7, e5, bishop d6 castle. It's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you look for f5, e4. Mind you, I still think it would be nice if you had 10 or 15 minutes more on the clock, but still. I mean, maybe that's part of the strategy, is just confuse your opponent, but I don't know. I think maybe it's just like Gukesh just started thinking he was just clearly better and could do anything, and he forgot about a5. He might have thought, you know what, I just go here, I can slow play with g3, bishop g2, I can castle, I've got the 2 B's, and it's a dream. And he just forgot about a5. And as soon as you get a5, now it's like it's all wrong. Like, and also it's very structural too, because for example, after knight c6, let's say you got some b5, knight a5, something like, or sorry, not knight. Let's say you go, let's say you go here, and you got something like, just set it up, ignore everything, you guys. You got some position like this. You might be thinking this is great for black, but it actually isn't, because now after a4 castles, bishop a3, at some point white can bring the knights to b3 to contest this. But here you can't even do that in this position, because once the knights get here, you're so slow. You need, like, what do you need? You need 1, you need 2, 3 just to get this, and then you're gonna need this and this just to get knight b3 in. So you're gonna need a lot of moves to get the massive pressure on the bastion. So with this bastion on c5 coming, it's looking very dangerous. Very dangerous. Looking very, very dangerous. To confuse your opponent, you have to confuse yourself. Yes, exactly. I mean, I don't think it was a good decision to spend an hour, but if Gukesh is going to forget the line, then it's a great decision. I mean, it's like, I don't know, like it's great and it's horrible at the same time. Sam Smith, great artist ruined by wokeism? What do you mean? What did he do? I saw Sam Smith perform not so long ago either. Amazing live performance. Let's move the music along. Anisha's talking about me right now. What's he saying about me? He insulted my arrows. Okay, I don't care. Thank you. He's having a discourse about arrows. So, my arrows make no sense. My arrows make no sense. That's hilarious. Yes. Good one. Do I think this will be decisive? That's another thing, by the way, jokes aside, that it's just like so stupid. Like it's so stupid. It's so stupid how all the internet does is try to cause drama. Literally, Anish and we literally had a DM the other day talking in general about things. We literally had a conversation the other day about it, about things in general. It's like, it's just so annoying the way that like chat, you know, the internet tries to make some like ridiculous drama out of the stupidest things. No, I'm on great terms with Anish, of course. Yeah, it's just it really annoys me when I see that sort of stuff. It's just like trying to cause drama here, cause drama there, this, that, or the other things. No, I'm gonna make a prediction here, by the way. I think Ding deserves an Oscar for this performance, but I also think Ding is gonna win this game. His moves are too, I mean, okay, let me look at this seriously. No engine, let's look at this very seriously from a human perspective. So G3, knight C5, bishop G2, E5, bishop G5, knight FD7, bishop stupid on G5, doesn't make any sense. So we get castles, bishop D6, A4 maybe, castles, bishop A3, knight FD7, knight D2, something like this maybe. Thinking maybe B6 feels a little bit iffy. Rook D8, rook E8. I mean, there might be a B6 little wrinkle here to open it up. Maybe at some point, but I also want to tell you, I think Gukesh is going to use a lot of time here. He's going to use a lot of time over the next couple of moves, because Ding's moves are so obvious and Gukesh doesn't have a clear plan, and there's no, this is going to be intuition. I said Ding was going to lose. I thought he was going to lose. I did. I stand by it. I mean, this is why chess is such a strange creature or game, because I mean, I was not feeling good here. F? No, although I have some dropped frames. I do have some dropped frames. No, I mean, he's down an hour on the clock here, and this is a position that should become very sharp, but somehow Ding has found the way to end up in a position that's actually very dry and straightforward. Like somehow he found like the way, I mean, no, I mean, he literally found like the way where he has easy moves. Knight C5, E5, bishop D6, castles, knight D7. Next 4 moves Ding will play very quickly, I think. Just a question of the order and how long he uses. Yeah, the arrows I draw during the games make no sense. They actually make perfect sense, but as I know, you guys are trolling, so who cares? I mean, let's be clear. As far as Gukesh goes, nobody has any right to be over the top critical about it, because at the end of the day, a world championship match is a world championship match. There's a lot of pressure on the line. Gukesh is only 18. Let's not forget that. So when you say like he's choking or he sucks or, you know, all this nonsense, what I would say to that is that you have to remember this is not like other tournaments. It's really important to keep that in mind. Really important to keep that in mind. What I would say for Gukesh though is I think one of the reasons he's been kind of Gukesh has been kind of falling apart is somehow I think Ding has two things. I think that first of all, he bought into all the hype where everybody's saying Ding is a pushover and he's going to win the match and it's not even going to be close. That's the first thing. I think he's definitely bought into that. And it's affected him negatively. I have no doubt, just because looking at the way he's evaluating the positions, he's not being objective. So that's the first thing. The second thing that to me that seems pretty clear cut as well though is that somehow Ding is influencing him in like he's influencing him, the time usage, like the head shake, somehow all the body language, all this stuff, he's influencing him, and Gukesh is making mistakes because of it. Like he's influencing him somehow. I don't know how to explain it with like a proper term, but that's what it feels like to me, is somehow he's influencing Gukesh. He's getting him to like lose objectivity, not be completely like the cold stone blood killer that he was like in the candidates or other events. I don't know, that's my guess. Those two things combined is my feeling. Look weak, then you sheer power. Sun Tzu. Yes. Can I give you guys a quick recap? Yeah, so you guys, we saw this opening with E3. This, of course, played by the strongest Indian player in the world, Arjun Erigaisi, on many occasions. Perhaps Arjun mentioned this idea to Gukesh for this game. And then we got this massive thing of like 30 minutes on knight f6, which was kind of shocking to see. And then we got a 22-minute think on bishop b4. At this point, Ding was already down 1 hour on the clock. Position is a little bit better for white. Gukesh was still blitzing up until this moment when he made the mistake d3. This is also why if you do too much preparation, you get too deep into the weeds, and you're not a 3500 computer, you can make mistakes. And all it took is one move out of preparation, and as soon as Ding played e5, he was Ding chilling. And after b5 knight d7, it's looking really good with knight c5 and e5. Great bash and incoming. If I'm Gukesh here, I'm really unhappy. I'm really unhappy. I'm really unhappy here if I'm Gukesh. I'm really unhappy. Because knight c5, e5, bishop d6, knight 7 castle. So you get 5 moves without even thinking. No, I mean, this is Ding's 40 laws of just, I mean, I don't even know how to put it, but somehow he's influencing Gukesh. He is. He's influencing him, and Gukesh is just, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. It's just it's crazy. CCT is going to be so boring without Hikaru. I kind of have lost interest in the CCT. I mean, I didn't really try very hard this year. If I'm being honest, you got, well, what should I say about it? Should I say anything, or should I not say anything about what the future holds with the CCT? I'll wait. I'll let chess.com say it. I don't think people are going to be happy though. There's going to be some unhappiness about the future, so I'm just going to say that. I won't say anything more. I'll let chess.com do their big announcement about it. But what I would say about the Chess Champions Tour is that like I feel kind of burned out from it. I mean, I played in 2020, 2021, 22, 23. I mean, I had already played it 4 years. It's hard to believe. But I kind of 2023 I tried to give it a good go. But by 24, it's going to be part of something else. That's all I'm going to say. Part of something else. Not going to say anything more than that. You know, but by this year I kind of was burned out. Like, honestly, I would say that, you know, one big difference is that for me, if I'm trying to play well in rapid chess specifically, like trying to stream it and play is not conducive to performing at my best. On the other hand, trying to prepare and just play it like a serious tournament is not something that I want to do at this point in my career. Like if I'm playing an event, I pretty much only want to stream it if it's online versus like just like showing up and playing. So it's basically the worst of all worlds. If I don't stream it, I'm not gonna be happy. If I stream it, I'm going to play worse. So it's just the worst of all worlds. And I've already played it. I've already played it the last 4 seasons. I played it in 2020, 21, 22, 23. So, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, that's life, not a big deal. I really did not try very hard this year. I think I played like maybe 2 events or 3 events. I didn't even play all the events. I think G3 is fairly obvious, but on the other hand, if you're Gukesh, you're thinking knight c5, bishop g2, e5, and you're like, WTF, he's got a bastion. I'm just worse. There's a big black center. What the heck just happened? How am I worse here? I shouldn't be worse. So then you spend 5 or 10 minutes getting annoyed by that. Then you reset and you start thinking about the position. And you're like, what's going on? So yeah, I mean, if you're Gukesh, you're just like, what the fridge happened? I mean, you really feel like someone just like flipped a switch, and you feel like someone just tricked you. Anisha's saying this is disaster. This is a nightmare or disastrous for Gukesh. This is. It's like basically, it's like you got tricked, but you don't know what happened. It's like you got tricked, but you don't know what happened exactly. It's like 2 moves ago you were just better, and you think you're going to win the game because you're up an hour on the clock, and all it takes is 1 move, and now suddenly you're worse, and you're just like, what happened? It's like it doesn't even make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I thought Ding was going to lose, but he found a line where there's only 1 move, and Gukesh was not in his prep, and Gukesh didn't know that c5 was the move. He plays d3, and now after a5, it's all gone already. I mean, is Ding a magician? He might be one. Gukesh is always thinking 1 move too late. This is true, actually, because he started going into a deep think in that knight dc5 game after knight ac5 was after bishop e3, queen e1. No, I would love to be black here, by the way. I'd love to be black. Will I buy Ding's course on manipulation tactics and overpowering? That sounds like some kind of weird BDSM book. I don't think I'm interested in that stuff. Sorry, you guys. Maybe someone will sell it on OnlyFans. Okay, let's see what we get here. What is Ding gonna do in this position? Yeah, or not Ding. What is Gukesh gonna do? Yeah. How can one move destroy everything? Why is anyone playing chess when it's so brutal? I mean, that's why chess is the worst thing to do. That's why chess is like literally a mental mind fudge. I mean, I can't even, I mean, but the thing is, chess has never been very good at conveying that. Like, that's one of the biggest problems is like, in terms of like media, chess has never been good at conveying just how brutal it is that like one move can ruin like hours of work. But this is a good example. It's a great example. All it took was one bad move and you fudge it up and you're like, ah, you're angry. That's why chess players are also insane, because like when you're under that kind of pressure, I mean, it's really rough to deal with. I mean, that's why I don't play chess anymore. That's why I'm a streamer. It's much better streaming, enjoying the games and having fun than like having to be in a situation where like you play really hard for 3 hours, you play one bad move and you're like, okay, I just wasted 3 hours of my life by making this one move. What the heck is this? What is this shit? What am I doing? I mean, that's not a fun thing to do. And that happened to me in the Grand Swiss. I was able to recalibrate and win the game against Cheparinov, but like in the Grand Swiss, I was playing against Cheparinov and what was it? I was playing Cheparinov and like I got the winning position around move 41 or something, and I played one wrong move and it went from winning to pretty much equal, and then I had to redo it and like waste another 2 hours to get back to winning position, and then the game went 7 hours. Luckily I won the game, but still, I mean, it's very tough. No, chess is really rough. Chess is a very rough game at the higher levels. No, Gukesh, if I'm Gukesh here, I'm just thinking like, what happened? How often do I get recognized in public? Quite frequently. I was at Costco the other day and there was this older Chinese gentleman and he recognized me, and then like he recognized me. He didn't come and ask me. Then when I'm in the frozen section buying my rice, he's like, my son loves chess, do you mind taking a selfie? And then like I think 2 other people recognized me as well. So it happens pretty much all the time, which is, it's good and bad. It's nice when it's in small doses, but like I mentioned this before, but last time I was at LAX was ridiculous. When I was leaving LAX, like literally 25 people recognized me. Is it cold? A little bit. It's not crazy cold, but a little bit. And I have a fan on me because this room gets very hot. But yeah, when I left LAX like 2 months ago or something, like literally 20 people recognized me. I'm trying to sit there, read my iPad, and then like one guy recognized me, then like 3 people, and it's like 5 people, and it's like 20 people. It's like, okay. And that's just kind of awkward, I'm gonna be honest. But unfortunately I don't have $50 million, or else I could fly private. Anyway, knight b7 played. Let's see what Gukesh is gonna do here. I expect g3. G3 is what I expect. I should wear sunglasses and baseball cap. I'm sorry, you guys. I enjoy trying to have a life, so I don't know. I mean, maybe that's my fault, because back when I played chess professionally, like I said this before, one of the best things about playing chess, and this is ironic to say, was that I would get recognized every so often at like you know, Lufthansa Lounge, or going through passport control in like Frankfurt or München. But in general, like, it's very confined to the chess world. So it's like, I love the fact that I could just be me and no one recognized me, except like if they're a hardcore chess fan. So like, I kind of like just being normal, but maybe so that's why I don't want to actually wear sunglasses and do all that weird stuff. But whatever. No, Gukesh can't make sure he's a time advantage because he's messed this up. I'm never gonna reject a selfie. That's just a weak sauce. No, if you're Gukesh here, you can't be up on time, because I told you what happens. Gukesh is here thinking, and he's like, what the heck happened? Like, what happened? He's saying, what happened? It's like, I was better, and now suddenly, wait, I'm worse. There's a knight on c5. He plays all these moves quickly. I think there's a huge chance that Ding wins this game. Huge chance that he wins this game. Just based off of the opening, based off the flow, the fact that Gukesh was feeling really good, really pumped, really excited, and then and now it's going the other way. It's going to be very hard mentally to control it. Very hard. Very hard to control it. Very hard to control the mental side of it, because Gukesh knows he was much better. He was up an hour on the clock. He had to know that bishop g4 was not the best line. And now suddenly it's like, yeah. Oh, so you guys are saying if knight c6 d3 was the best move? Ah, because a5 b5 and you win the pawn. Aha. So you think that maybe that's a good explanation of why he played d3. You're right. Maybe he thought it was because yeah, here the knight gets to c5. That's actually a very logical explanation. That might be correct. Maybe you're right. Maybe he knew that maybe he couldn't remember that on queen c7 it wasn't d3. He might have remembered that there was d3 on one line, and so then he played after 7-minute think. And that's why preparation is very dangerous too, if that is the case. That's probably the correct explanation for what happened. That's probably the correct explanation. Is on knight c6 d3 was right. That's probably correct. 12 cents. Yep. I was hovering over the no, you guys. I was hovering over the no here. That's an epic return. Epic return. That was 55 cents to 87. So yeah, very nice return. Very nice return. Better, but that's like a 60% return. Very nice. Okay. Nice shirt, thank you. I bought this shirt when I was on the island of Kauai in Hawaii in 2022, I believe. I mean, Gukesh is fine here, but the big problem is this also is not a position that Gukesh likes, if I'm being honest. It's a position that you know who does like is Arjun. Arjun loves these like very sharp, weird Ben Oni positions. Gukesh is not a Ben Oni player, so Gukesh cannot be feeling very comfortable with this position. Like we'll get something like this, castles, and I mean, weak pawn on d3. There's pressure in the center of the board. I mean, it's just not pleasant. It's probably not that bad for white, but the chance of winning the game, I would say, are very low now. I would say almost zero in my opinion for Gukesh here. Even if he gets a dream, which is something like this, let's just say we get this. Like even if he gets this, even this, like no chance you win this. Like you go here, I go here, and something like here, and bishop c5, and just no chance to win. It's a Ben Oni. Yeah, those of you guys who speak Hebrew, you obviously, or is it Yiddish? I think it's Yiddish. Is it Yiddish or is it I don't remember which one it is, but the Ben Oni structure is a structure where basically you get these pawns like this. A lot of times you get this is the general knowledge of the structure. You get this one. You got white has pawns like this, black has pawns like this, or vice versa. But of course, those guys who do speak Hebrew, you know that Ben Oni means son of sorrow. This structure is so bad that it's very sorrowful and sad if you get it. It's just a bad structure. I mean, it's sorrow, it's pain. You're never happy. So it's just, that's why like the name is very fitting for this, because it's just that sad to get this structure. Ding might not win this game, but I think what I would say about this position is that Ding there's almost no risk of him losing. Almost no risk of him losing. Is this like a risk-free position? Almost no risk. Yeah. There's a chess 24 tweet. What's the tweet? Oh no, it's a chess.com tweet. Simple. Oh, he said the arrows don't make sense. Of course the arrows make sense. Knight c5 hits the pawn, you go knight b3. e5 claims the center and guards the pawn. Bishop d6 guards the pawn on the knight. Castles, knight f7, f5, e4, and rook a8. Of course it makes sense. What are you talking about? It makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Perfect sense. No? Let's show it in slow-mo. So knight c5, you attack the pawn and you threaten knight b3. Very logical. You go e5, you build a big black center and guard the pawn. You go bishop d6 to guard the pawn, but also because down the road after castles, now you can put a rook on e file and it's an open file, versus bishop e7, where if you put a rook on e8 here, the bishop is in the way of the pawn thrust. Right? Very obvious. So you put the bishop on d6 and then you castle, and then you play something like not rook a2, you play something like knight f d7, support the horse, play for f5 and rook e8. So now we go back to the position where the arrows are drawn in, which is right here. It makes sense, right? You go 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Obvious, simple. The arrows make perfect sense. Straightforward. There's nothing more to it. Yep. Very simple, you guys. Anyway, I would hate to be Gukesh here. You know what this also reminds me of, because people love it when I say this. This reminds me of I've had a couple games in the past, and actually I showed one of my games to my wife last night when we were looking at something chess wise. But I've had a couple of games against Magnus which have been kind of similar, where I played him in classical chess, and it's like I'm really revved up, he's spending a lot of time and feeling really juiced, like I'm just gonna crush him and blow him off the board, and then it backfires. And I'll give you one example, because I literally looked at this last night. But there's this game I played against Magnus years ago. I was playing from the black side. This was in Vicon Z 2013. He plays move g3 and I played h5, and the idea was to play h4, attack him on the king side, go after him. And I was feeling really groovy. I was up like 30 minutes very early, and I think it went knight c3, a6, knight a3, and then I played I believe I played knight f6, bishop g2. It was something like, I think it was b5, knight e5, bishop g4, f3, bishop e6. And I think he played c3 here, and I got into a very bad position very quickly, because I was too revved up, I was too pumped, and I made one or two bad moves, and after that it's like, what just happened? And I couldn't keep it together. So back to this game, I think it's a very similar situation here, where Gukesh is probably thinking, what just happened? What just happened? Why am I worse here when I was much better? You know, he's getting all these emotions, thinking he's going to win the game, up an hour, all positive, and now suddenly you're like, what the heck happened? It's very deflating here, very deflating and very tough to deal with. But Ding is not Magnus. No, but in this match you feel like it a little bit. Yeah. No, black is definitely better, but it's not much better. But Gukesh is going to be extremely precise here, and it's very hard to turn around on a psychological level when you have a great position, or you know you're better, and you're feeling this big emotion, especially in a match like this, where I mean, every game is critical and it's a big deal. And then you have to turn around and suddenly defend a worse position within the same game. That emotional swing is very tough to deal with. It's very tough. Yeah, I mean, Gukesh has an hour 14, Ding is 51. Gukesh is not going to maintain the time advantage, because Ding is going to play knight c5, e5, bishop d6 very quickly. So rough. Thoughts on Niels Grandilius? Niels and I worked together for the candidates earlier this year. Big fan of Niels, very creative player. He plays a fun brand of chess. Unfortunately, like many other players who are like around 2,700, give or take, in that range, you know, he's not really doing great financially, but you know, I love his chess, and I think he's a really talented player, very creative. But you know, the world of chess is such, it's very hard to make a living, so I think he's also doing chessable courses. So this is amazing. This is amazing. I mean, I'm frankly in awe of Ding somehow. Like, not somehow. I'm in awe of him, that somehow he was able to confuse Gukesh. I'm in awe of that. Like, that he was able to just confuse him. Computer likes e6 more. I mean, e6 is probably fine. I mean, I guess the argument is going to get to some really dank argument here, that you're going to play, like, at some point. The argument here is that the pawn is better. Like, maybe you can go, I don't know, like, let's say you got some position like this. I'm trying to set this up. Maybe you can go, yeah, you can go f5 e5 here, whereas if you put the pawn at e5 right away, it's gonna be something really weird, that maybe the pawn's too advanced here, like down the road. Pawn's too advanced, so now the diagonal's open for the bishop. I mean, it's gonna be something really dank. I mean, I don't even understand why. Although, actually, looking at this position, to be honest, we got this position. There is some argument, because you are threatening something like knight e5 and use these knights here in the middle of the board. So there is actually, e6 might be better then with knight d7, knight e5. So doing chessable course is someone struggling, not necessarily, but I will give you guys one little insight as far as events go. I mean, if I qualify the candidates or other tournaments, like, you know what I'm most likely to base picking trainers, basing people to help do prep for me off of, is probably based off their chessable course. Like, I'm gonna look at chessable and see what people are doing, and that's probably gonna be one of the biggest one of the biggest factors in terms of my decision of who I try to pick to work with. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking when I say that. I'm being serious. I almost certainly should not say that, but still, I don't care. I'm not a pro player anymore, so who cares? The reason I would determine it based on chessable is because you see the quality of the work that the people are doing, and that gives you some good insight into how they think about openings, sort of the effort they put in. That is really a thing. D3 is also fine for queen c8. Wait, seriously? Queen c8? Wait, what's the difference? D3 a5? What? Wait, what? Oh, it's because there's a weak pawn. I mean, this is so dank. It's because there's going to be some weak pawn on e5 at the end of this, right? The pawn's weak on e5, so you're going to have to waste a tempo to go queen c7 and guard. I mean, very dank. I doubt queen. I'll tell you the reason. You know what the reason is? I'm pretty sure he's going to say this afterwards, regardless of what the result is. I think what Gukesh is going to say is that probably he couldn't remember, and he knew that d3 was the move after knight c6, and so he probably thought it was the same after queen c7. But he should have spent 20 minutes to try to work it out here. But I'm not going to be critical because I understand how prep works, and you do forget things. He probably just forgot. He just forgot. He forgot that the knight can go to c5 or something, or he knew against knight 6 was d3 and he confused the lines. But can you imagine how sad this is? Imagine that Ding wins this game and Gukesh literally loses this game because he mixed up the preparation and he played a d3 move in the wrong order. I mean, I'm not one to talk because I messed up a move order in the candidates against Nepo. But still, like, you know, it's a thing. Yeah, I mean, he forgets one move on move number 9, and that could very easily be the reason he loses this game. Like, that's just so brutal. That's just so brutal. I mean, I'm not feeling it. This is also why relying so heavily on prep can be dangerous. It's like taking the stabilizers off the bike off a cliff. Yeah. I mean, b5 was wrong, but you know what else happens here? He's probably b takes a5 is not a logical move here because, like, you're ruining your pawn structure. And if you know that there are a lot of structures in this Ben Oni where you're going to go b5 after a5, it makes a lot of sense. No, I mean, the time advantage is gone. This is very likely a situation where Gukesh is going to get into time pressure. I don't see Ding getting into time. I mean, Ding could get in time pressure, but I think that Ding is going to have like 5 or 6 quick moves. Whether he goes e6 e5, we'll see. I don't know, but he's going to get 1 2 3 4 and 5 quick moves. So I think that Gukesh is going to have to think for quite a while. How expensive a hiring a second is? It's not cheap, you guys. It's not cheap. No, I mean, Gukesh is going to learn the entire time advantage. I think Gukesh is going to get into time pressure here. I wonder if he'll go g4 here, actually. What about g4? But actually, this is no good either because the knight gets d7. And now you just push p for no reason. You're in all kinds of trouble. Because after bishop g2, knight e5, I'm using these knights and I'm forking. Very tough position to play with. Do seconds get a share of the prize? I mean, everyone does it differently. I mean, when I've done it, I just give a flat fee. I just give a flat fee straight up, which is better than if they got a percentage. Can Guki just trade off the pieces? I mean, you're hoping so, but I don't think he can. I said I'd fall off the chair we thought for an hour now. I thought I said it like 1 or 2 moves ago. Maybe I said it here, but I mean, I don't think I said it here because it's not that crazy. It's thinking it's super long. If Magnus is Tom Brady, are you Drew Brees or Peyton Manning? I never really thought Drew Brees was all that great, to be honest. I feel like he always had a really high percentage of completions, but I never thought he was that great. Flaffy is not so motivating. Flaffy is much better than a percentage of the prize. You're joking. It's much better than a percentage of a prize. I mean, I thought he was good, but I was never that impressed. I thought he always had this like 70% completion rate, but I was never really that impressed. I don't know. I'd probably compare him. I mean, I'd probably compare who's somebody in the NFL who would have won a lot more if not for Tommy Boy. If not for Tommy Bahama, who would have won a lot more? That's how I should look at it. Who's a QB who would have won a lot more if not for Tommy? Probably Peyton won once, right? Did Peyton only win one time? I think he only won once, right? He only won one. Oh, Peyton won twice. Okay, so Peyton actually did win. Okay, so he won twice. So yeah, then I mean Peyton actually won quite a bit. No, probably if I had to make the hot take of the day, I would actually say that assuming Ding wins this game or wins this match, Ding is probably Eli Manning. He's the guy who wins, but it's like he wins, but somehow nobody really believes it. Like we all know that Eli he only won twice against Tommy Boy because of his defense, or because the guy caught the pass off his helmet. So probably Ding is like Eli Manning, because it's like Eli won twice, but nobody really nobody really thinks that Eli ever should have won, because I mean he shouldn't have. So probably like I would say, and it's like Ding, it's like no one really expects him to win, but then he does win. So Ding is probably Eli Manning. I mean the helmet catch also another example. So anyway, no, Gukesh is in a lot of trouble, you guys. Gukesh is in a lot of trouble. Magnus is MJ Hikaru's Karl Malone. I don't ever want to be compared to Karl Malone, you guys, but thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. No thank you. No thank you, guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know any history, that's not my problem. But no, I don't think that's not a comparison that I want. Okay. See what Gukesh plays here. The winning play from white, there is no winning play. It's more like black. It's more about black winning. I expect G3 from Gukesh here. Expect G3. We don't get G3. I don't know what Gukesh can play. I mean, Bishop E2 maybe is the other option, but this doesn't look right because you want the Bishop on the diagonal. The Bishop on E2 looks just weird. It should be trying to scope something on this long diagonal. I mean, you want the Bishop here, not on E2. I mean, these diagonals don't do anything here. I mean, unless you want to play Bishop G5. I mean, there's some argument here that say you get, I don't know, like, say here, there's some argument that maybe you can try to put the Bishop on G3, maybe. I mean, something like this, I guess, but this looks ugly. And this is actually just losing. That's the only argument for Bishop E2, because if you go G3 just to illustrate the point, say you got some position like this, the problem is you can't ever go Knight D2 really, or it's white's move, or it's black's move, because here there's always going to be some H6, G5 to trap the bishop, or Bishop F4, E5 to trap it this way. So, I mean, that's why I assume the only argument is if you want to put the bishop on this diagonal. Otherwise, you should go G3, Bishop G2. I think the best comparison, though, for anybody who wants a comparison, like a sports comparison, I think the best comparison objectively, is like you could probably compare me to Andy Roddick. That's probably the best sports comparison that I can think of, just because it's a single person sport, and you have someone who would have won a lot of Grand Slams if not for Roger Federer. I think that's probably the best objectively the best comparison. Like Andy Roddick won how many slams? Did he only win that one slam to US Open, or did he win more? He might have won like two or three. I know he won that US Open. Did he? Was the US Open? That was the only one he won. Wow, was that US Open against Juan Carlos Ferrero? So I probably, if I had to make a Roddick winning many slams, I mean, are you serious? If not for Federer, he would have won at least 5 slams. I mean, you're joking, right? I mean, for sure he would have won at least 2 or 3 at Wimbledon. Let's not forget that ridiculous one that he lost. What was it, 18-16 or 2018, whatever it was in the 5th set. He would have won that final against literally anyone not named Roger Federer. Even Nadal or Djokovic, he would have won Wimbledon for sure. That match he lost like 18-16, like against anybody not named Roger Federer, he wins that. I mean, literally any other tennis player on the planet at that time, he wins it against anybody not named that. It was 16-14. Okay, close enough, but yeah. All right, let's see what let's back to the game. Let's see what Gukesh does here. Yeah, Roddick lost 3 Wimbledon finals. Yeah. So, that's probably the best comparison that I would make, though. I mean, there are plenty of comparisons you can make, but I think that's probably the best one, objectively. Okay, let's see what Gukesh does here. Waiting for a move. I expect G3. He's burned through his whole time advantage. Yeah. No, I mean, with this game, I mean, I don't know what to say other than just be an thing. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know how he's doing it, but somehow he's inducing Gukesh to like make the wrong decisions. I don't know how he's doing it, but he is. I mean, I don't know how he's doing it, but like he's doing it. It's just it's crazy to see. Magnus is trumping Hikaru's Justin Trudeau. What? That's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard. But anyway, let's see what Gukesh does. If anything, I would think it's the other way around, honestly. I mean, I'm not a surfer, bro. I wasn't surfing in Vancouver all the time. I could definitely see Magnus being a surfer, bro. But anyway, all right. G3. G3 is the only move that I think you can play here. Maybe you can go Queen E2 first and then G3, like something like this. Maybe there's Bishop E2 because the E5 hangs a juicer. Although even this, actually, this is just losing. Jeez, even that's, yeah. Yeah, this is really bad. Really bad. Well, I streamed GTA 6 probably. We don't have a date yet, do we? I mean, I know there's been tons of talk about it. We don't have a date, do we? Let me see. There's no actual release date, is there? Rockstar could easily announce a GTA 6 trailer to a release date, but it's staying quiet on purpose because it's a really good marketing tactic. Yeah, so nothing yet. Yeah, nothing yet. No, of course I'll play GTA 6. I mean, when did GTA, I mean, how long am I really as old as I think I am? Yeah, GTA 5, it is 2013. Wow, it is that old. 10 plus years. It's insane. Nuts. Of course, I mean, I played GTA 5 on stream. I played it, I played GTA 5. I didn't play No Pixel, but I played GTA 5, I think during the heart of the pandemic, right when things started taking off in March or April of 2020. I did play it on stream. Metroid? Yes. I actually, yeah, I do have that. It's Metroid Droid, right? Isn't that the game or not? Isn't that the one that you play on Switch? Yeah, Metroid Droid. Yeah. I have that. I don't know where my Switch is, but I have my Nintendo Switch somewhere. I have that. I have Metroid Droid on my Switch. Let's see what Gukesh plays here. I expect G3. Anything else, like, I don't know. No, I was never a Pokemon guy. No, never a Pokemon guy. Play adult games, they're the best. Nah, I mean, gaming is much more fun. Okay, Gukesh still thinking here again. It's pretty much what I said. Now Gukesh is freezing. He's like, what happened? How am I worse here? And he doesn't have a clear concrete plan. There's not anything straightforward. I mean, big advantage here for Ding. Big advantage here for Ding. I don't think it's going to be a draw. No, I think we're in for a long game today. Do I have Y price stock? It's Y pro stock. It's dangerous when you mention something that I've never even heard of. Very rare that happens. I've never even heard of it. 698 was down 3%. What is it? Y Pro Limited, Indian multinational company, Bangalore. No, why would I? It trades on the NYSE. That's not my jam. Not my jam. I mean, I'm all about tech. So, no. I mean, Palantir, it's pretty straightforward. Completely overvalued, trading at a PE of 380 now, I think it is. Horribly overvalued. On the other hand, the market's just going up every day. So, you know, it's like one of those things where the market goes up every day and it's going to be great until it's not. I tend to lean more on the side that we're going to continue to rally for a bit. So like if you really are looking at it, you can still probably like buy calls on it and make money, but I'm not really doing anything there. I mean, the P is 380. Like, let's be real. I mean, it's got a PE that's 380. Like, that's just insane. My thesis though, and it's held true so far, is that at least until the inauguration we're gonna rally. And I said that about a month ago. I mean, I think at least until the inauguration we're going to continue to rally hard. After the inauguration, then who knows, but I think we're going to just keep rallying until then. So anyway, let's see what Gukesh does here. If he doesn't play G3, I don't know what else he can play here, but the fact that he's so deep in the tank tells me he's unhappy with his position as well. So yeah, no, he's very unhappy with his position. Very unhappy. Yeah, I purchased $75 calls. I mean, I was looking at calls on Friday. I mean, it's like I said, if you really, but it doesn't matter. It could be Palantir, it could be Amazon, it could be Tesla, just about any tech stock. If you really believe we're going to continue to rally, you literally pick one, and it's probably going to go up unless there's like something to send it down, like earnings or the sort. I mean, it's the same thing for me. I bought a bazillion Amazon. I bought a bazillion of the Amazon spreads, the 210, 230 for I think about $7, or a little. Was it 7? Maybe around there, a little bit under. At 2-to-1 odds, and like I bought that maybe like 2 weeks ago, and now Amazon's already gone from 210 to 230. So I mean, literally everything's just going up. Like everything's mooning. Let's see what Gukesh is going to play here. Still waiting for a move. Meta as well. I mean, literally everything. Everything's just up. Everything's up. Tesla is going insane too. Like literally everything is up. So let's see what Gukesh does here. If he doesn't play G3, I don't know what he's going to play. He could go G4 maybe. G3, G4. I don't see anything else. AMD is down. AMD is not done well. Okay, we finally get G3. We get Knight C5 played instantly, of course. Okay, now we'll get Knight. Bishop G2 is a move. Wait, Knight B3? Oh, you just take. Sorry, you just take, check, and Bishop B2 or Bishop F4 probably. Bishop F4? Yeah, Bishop F4 is just winning. So you should play Bishop G2, and the real question is, will Ding play E6 or E5? That's the big question mark. I think actually I like Knight D7 more first, and then you make the decision between E6 or E5. Do I think they'll make it time control? You want my prediction? My predictions today have not been good because Gukesh promptly blundered after Bishop G4. Do I think this is going to go to time control? Actually, it's very hard to see this going to time control because something explosive is going to happen before move 40. Something explosive is going to happen. Like say we get this position, just E5 for example. Say you get this, just to set it up, something like this. I don't know, like Rook F1, F5. Something explosive is going to happen, and this would, even if we get to this position, this only move 16. I'm going to take the under. I'm gonna take the I mean we might reach move 40, but I'm gonna predict that it's gonna be this is gonna be a very it'll be clear cut before move 40 who's winning. I think it'll be very clear cut. I made a fortune by buying ARM at 60. Congrats. I own ARM from like 120 and I sold covered calls for January like 160 I think it was for 20 bucks, so I'll collect all that juice if it doesn't go up soon, and hopefully in the long term it goes up, but it is what it is. Nice though, buying at 60. Congrats. 60 is very close to the IPO. It IPO'd at 56 I believe, if I remember correctly. It's very nice. Congrats. Okay, let's see what Gukesh does here. I expect bishop g2 and castle to be played right away. Why does everyone here know about stocks and I'm so clueless? Because it's an American thing. It's just an American thing. But anyway, okay, waiting for the move here. Bishop g2 should be played, or knight d2. One of those two will be played, I think. Queen e2 also not crazy, but it defeats the well, queen e2 might just allow no knight b3, bishop f4 still. So let's see. No, I mean I'm very scared for Gukesh here. Very scared for Gukesh. I think Ding is very much in the driver's seat here, because Ding is going to be able to blitz next 3-4 moves very quickly. This is a very bad spot to be in. This is a very dangerous spot to be in here for Gukesh. Very dangerous spot. I mean, if Ding wins this, I don't see Gukesh coming back, because what's going to happen is that if big shout out to nearly 10,000 you guys who are watching us fine Sunday morning. I'll tell you what happens if Gukesh loses this game. He's gonna go insane next game with black, and Ding is gonna turtle, and so he's gonna turtle. Gukesh is gonna take massive risk, and I think there's a good chance he'll lose the next game as well. No, if Gukesh loses, I think he's gonna lose the next game because Ding is gonna turtle it up, and then Gukesh is gonna go insane with the black piece and probably lose. And it's hard to say when you guys ask, was Gukesh lucky at the time of the candidates? Very hard to say. Obviously we're presuming that Ding has a good position, will win this game. We don't know that. The game is still ongoing. I don't think it's really that. I think that it's probably just nerves. I think just nerves. I think it's probably just nerves. I think it's just nerves. I think it's just nerves. Gukesh is not at the board right now. Wait, what? Really? Oh, that's not a good sign either. Not a good sign. Taking a number 2. Okay. Yes. No, but Ding is definitely going to push for a win in this game. You know why Ding has to push for a win? It's because the gods are smiling on him. But besides that, it's a position where he can't force a draw. Like, Ding cannot force a draw here. So because Ding can't force a draw, he has to play to win. That's the problem. He's like being forced to win the game. It's what I said. It's like sometimes it's just your destiny. And like in this game, there's no way to force a trade of all the pieces off the board to make a draw. I have Oracle calls into earnings. We'll see if they hit on earnings. But I do have Oracle calls. I mean, Oracle's had a massive run. Already they're up to like what are they? Do they close 193? They closed 191. After hours are up to 193.30. I mean, I have a bazillion calls there. We'll see if they hit or they don't hit, but I'm pretty optimistic. So anyway, let's see what Gukesh does. Can I put the live on screen? Okay, for anyone who's asking, can I put the live on screen? I'll tell you guys why I can't. So here we go. We have a tweet from Anish Giri. This was about a month ago, and it says, become the Anish Giri Media Corporation broadcasting partner for the World Championship match. What you pay, $100,000. What you get friendship. That's nice. You get prestigious. You're gonna get the prestigious YouTube channel, Anish Giri Official. But the most important point is that you're gonna get the live broadcast with cameras. So to put this in plain English, what Anish was saying here with this tweet is that in order for him to show the cameras on his stream, he would have to pay FIDE $100,000. So there you guys go. Simple answer to your question. There you go. Yeah, simple question. No, but those of you guys are saying you should ever stream, and people still ask, there always are new people watching the stream every day. Yeah, there always are new people watching the stream every day. Yeah. So I mean, when will I do a take a recap? I don't know. I mean, they asked me, and I'm waiting for them to like reach out to me, and they haven't reached out to me. So I mean, if they haven't reached out to me yet, I'm obviously not doing it today. So I don't know. I'm not worth 50 million, you guys, but thank you for asking. See what Gukesh does here. You turned down 4 mils, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Gukesh still not at the board, by the way. Gukesh still not at the board. Still not at the board. Okay, we got Bishop G2 finally being played here. Actually, maybe that's the stream's frozen. We got Bishop G2. Okay, big moment. We'll get Knight FD7, E5, or E6. 3 options here. I expect Ding to move. I expect Ding to use a little bit of time here and not move super fast. But I think we'll get Knight D7 if I had to guess. Just to go Knight E5. Can I give you financial advice? Sorry, I can't do that. The only suggestion I can give is look at the indexes and look at historical returns. Knight FD7, E6, or E5. One of these 3 moves will be played here. I'm just sneezing in 1 second. I would never make a video dedicated to finance because the only way you make finance interesting is start mentioning actual like random picks and everything, and that's not what you should be doing. I think we'll get Knight D7. We could get E6 here though, or E5. My prediction is Knight D7. Thank you so much to Leonardo for the sub. No, what people should do is very boring. So like all these guys online, they're gonna go talk about specific stocks, like, and then it just gets really random. So, all right. Rook B8 is a move. I don't really understand the point of it though, because you're already guarding the pawn. One, 2, or 3 moves. 3 options. What are my thoughts on technical analysis? I literally have books on my shelf which I can read from if you really care, but we're here to talk about chess. E5, E6, and Knight D7. Both all 3 moves make sense, but Ding should play this move fast. One thing that Ding has been very bad at, by the way, throughout this match is that when he gets up on the clock, he never maintains the time advantage. It's one thing that he has not been good at in this match specifically. He's not maintained the time advantage at any point. Like there was one of those games, I think he had the white piece where he's up 20 minutes and immediately he blew through his time advantage. And here's where he's not up a lot of time on the clock, but this is definitely a spot where he can move quickly and put the pressure on Ding, or put the pressure on Gukesh, I should say. Like I would not be thinking here. I would just play Knight D7 right away, or E5. Yeah, like he's thinking here again. I don't really get it. I don't think there is an absolute best move here. Why do I use a fan? Because it usually gets very hot in my room. Do I own Tesla? I have a bunch of calls in Tesla. Bunch of calls for June and for June 2024 2024 or 2025, and also for January 26. So let's see what we got here from Ding. I expect e5 or knight d7. e6 is fine, but it looks a little bit weird because upon d4 is touch loose, but it could also be played very quickly. Thoughts on the Hawk Tuah scam? I mean, how has there not been like a how has there not been criminal charges for fraud and everything else? That's my thought on it. So anyway, I don't even understand. We had this conversation yesterday. I don't even understand what the point of meme. I don't understand what the point of a coin is. Like, I don't even understand the point of the coin. Let's see what Gukesh does. There's not going to be index funds in 10 years. Yeah, maybe if the market goes up every year for the next 10 years, there won't be. But if there's any kind of crash, there definitely will be funds. Assuming the market's going to go up forever is very wishful thinking. Okay, come on, Ding, let's go. You can't use 20 minutes here. You have a good position. You've got to know you have a good position. Like knight d7, e5 or e6. Just play one of the three moves. You pick a move, you play it in 5 minutes, and that's that. Knight b3, because knight b3 is a blunder because the queen takes b7. We already spoke about this. After takes, check here, bishop f4. You're simply losing material. Why do I record a video on one take? Basically the thing is that for the recaps, you want to be the first to market. You need to be out there early. If like 4 or 5 people beat you to the punch, basically your recaps aren't gonna get as many views. I mean, that's why Levy does it in one take too. It's the exact same reason. Because unfortunately, and you guys should know this, quality is not what matters most in this day and age. It's all about speed. It's all about like how quick you are with your content. No, Levy's recaps, I mean, are not late. He's usually like 10-15 minutes behind me. He's not like 2 hours behind. He's not sitting around chilling. He's doing, will I cover the Fabiano game? No, I won't. No. Am I jealous of Levy? Thank you for that. At this point, I mean, there's really nobody that I'm jealous of. I guess you could say there've definitely been periods when I've been jealous of Magnus, for sure. I've said this many times. Levy paired with Magnus doesn't make sense. I don't know what you mean by that. Yes, you guys, of course. I'm jealous of Ding, obviously. Super jealous. Okay, we got knight d7. Good choice. Gukesh is, I mean, I'm gonna be honest here. I think Gukesh is gonna play queen e2 because the computer line is castle. I'm gonna be honest. This looks like you're just losing the juicer on d3. Knight d2. Wait, why is this not much worse? Okay, like in order for Gukesh to find this, he's probably gonna have to use 15 to 20 minutes. I expect queen e2 to be played pretty. Wait, but actually queen e2 knight e5. Actually, you know what? I think Gukesh is gonna have to use time here. He's gonna have to use time because even this line looks very weird. I mean, this looks very weird. He's gonna have to use time to think because without knowing what the computer line is, you're gonna have to use time here. Why is trading so popular now and not last year? It's been popular since 2020, I would say. But I would say that I would say that generally when the market is up, everybody feels like a genius. There's a lot more chatter in general. Yeah. Okay. Gukesh is going to use time here. He's going to use time for sure. Was I a buyer of AMC GME? I was, yes. I made money in both of those stocks. Could have done better than I did because I tried to mitigate the risk by doing some covered calls in AMC specifically. But yeah, I made money in both. I do have a position in I do have a small position in GME ahead of earnings this week. Not a big position, but a small position. So all right, queen e2 or castles, both moves playable. Let's see which one we get. Don't worry though, if you have position in those stocks, they'll go up again. They're not done. They'll have another massive 100% spike. I just don't know when. If I did know, I would obviously be very rich. I'd be worth like 100 million if I actually knew when that's gonna happen. But anyway, let's see what we got. I think SMCI is gonna go up a lot still. Yeah, I'm probably buying a bunch of calls tomorrow. So okay. Castles or Queen E2, one of the two moves will be played. I don't know which one. Queen D1 maybe. Queen E2 is bad. Why? Oh, because of Queen E5. Oh geez. Oh geez. Geez, Queen E5. Wow. Okay, this. So he castles. Okay, good decision to play. Wow, we get this quickly. We're gonna get Queen F4 here. I mean, it's gonna get very sharp now. Actually, I realize Queen E5 probably you're just gonna take, right? Wait, Knight C1. Wait, Knight B3 is no good. Strange position. Gukesh is probably gonna use a lot of time here, by the way. Here come D's knights very quickly. I said SMCI, not SECI. SMCI, super micro. Great. I mean, Ding is basically the first 5 moves he plays horribly, and since then he's doing everything correct, including using his time correctly too. Have I lost a big amount? Of course, nobody wins all the time, but I'm way up overall. That's actually why I never touch oil anymore. I never touch oil. Oil's where I had a big loss. So let's see what Gukesh will do here. I expect Queen E2. Queen E2 is what I expect. Or no, sorry, Queen D5, not Queen E2. Queen D5. Queen F4 also move. Gukesh is going to spend at least 10 minutes here, I predict. I predict he's going to spend at least 10 minutes because this is a very dangerous calculation situation. Buy the dip and hold. Exactly. Yes. See what we get here. No, because without the computer know what's going on here, you're gonna have to spend time to figure out all the moves. There's F4, D5, E2. So many different options in this position for white. So many different options. Queen D5, very tough move to play, but after Rook D8, there's B6, and suddenly D's nut. That was not accidental. Sorry, that was accidental. That was not on purpose. D's knights, come on, wake up. Queen D6 here. No. That was accidental. Sometimes it's not accidental, but that was accidental. Yeah, sometimes it's not accidental, it's on purpose, but that was accidental. Yikes. Yeah. No, sometimes it's not accidental, but that was accidental. Yikes. Big yikes. Yeah, sometimes I do it on purpose, but that was not on purpose. But if we get here with Queen D6, then you have the knights on E5 and C5. What are my positions? I have a 400, 450 in Tesla for June, a call spread, big position. I have an even bigger 300, 400 for January 2026. I bought back, I think, in August of this year when Tesla was 212. So I got that at, I think, 7-1 odds, if I remember correctly. And I mean, both bets are big bets. Big bets. Well, big bets. Let's leave it at that. So anyway, okay, let's see if we get Queen D5, Queen D2, or Queen F4 here. All 3 moves are playable. Tesla calls. So okay, Queen D5, Queen F4, Queen D2, 3 moves here. Let's see what we get. Tesla's not going down. Didn't you ever? I guess. I mean, maybe you forgot that Elon Musk is the vice president of the United States of America these days. So queen d5, queen e2, queen f4. If queen f4, I mean, this looks least likely because rook d8. Now you hang the pawn on d3. So I don't really queen f is. I mean, queen e2 actually is just a pawn, right? It's just a pawn. Sorry, knight d3. It's just a pawn. It's just a clean pawn. So yeah, queen e2 you can't go. So it's basically d5 or f4, one of the two moves. d5 feels really unnatural though, because you're really walking. I mean, you're even walking into e6, but he moved. You get queen f4. Okay. Yeah, see, this line the computer gives with rook d8 is very strange. Like, it gives rook d8 knight d2 or something. I mean, this is very weird. Like rook d8, I mean, rook d1's apparently bad. I mean, his take's really so. Takes and white's okay. If we get knight d3, I'm gonna be very upset here, by the way. If we get knight takes d3, I'm gonna be very upset here. I think we'll get rook d8. I'm pretty sure we'll get rook d8, rook d1, e6. E6 also probably completely fine here too. Hard position to judge. Very easy to look at this with a computer and think it's fine, but I would say this position is very fraught with risk for Gukesh. Yeah, rook d8 is a pretty standard move here, I think. Rook d8, knight d2 is not standard at all. He'll probably figure it out, but I don't think he'll play it quickly. But if we get knight d3 and the game heads towards a draw, I'm gonna be very unhappy. Very unhappy. Big moment. Let's take a look at the polls. Ding 54% to win, Gukesh 13 to win, 69% draw. 69% to draw. That's interesting. 70%, they're putting a 7 out of 10. 70% draw. Interesting. Again, the problem with all these predictions is that every move matters. And after rook d8, yeah. Why wouldn't you want Ding to draw? I mean, like I go back and forth. Like sometimes I see these things where it feels like Ding isn't prepared for the games at all, and it's very frustrating. But on the other hand, he is the big underdog. You can tell that, like, I know some people say he's completely acting, but you feel like something's wrong with him. So it's very hard to not want to root for him to do well. Also, so I mean, it's just a tough situation. I don't think this is heading towards a draw. No, I mean, I think this position is very, very hard to play for white. Very hard to play here for Gukesh. So knight d2 is the only move. I mean, rook d1 is much more human without knowing. Now we're gonna mad at Ding. I mean, basically my take is that I told you guys that knight d2, it's so easy with a computer. Like, yeah, knight d2, it's headed towards a draw. Yeah, that's a draw. Knight d2, such an obvious move. It's not obvious. It's not obvious when you're trying to play chess. Yeah. So yeah, it's what I said. I mean, literally, like, this is very dangerous. So like e6, not f6, sorry, e6 and bishop d6, and I mean, I think so yeah, if we get e6 here, I think Ding is on his way to a win. I think it's almost impossible after e6 for Gukesh to not blunder. I mean, I guess queen b8 is good, but e6 with bishop d6 and castle just looks very Gucci. This looks so Gucci here. Very Gucci. I mean, basically the way this game goes, I would say quite simply, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, this is why chess is so hard to predict, because like every move has huge significance. Every move, like literally, we go back here. If c5 is played by Gukesh, I think he's probably winning this game. Up an hour on the clock, everything's going his way. But then he confuses the lines. He plays d3, and as soon as we get this position, already it's completely gone the other way. Now you would much rather be black. So even though I think the time usage and general opening prep is very questionable from Ding, he literally found the path with bishop g4. I think we'll get e6. If we get e6, Ding is going to win this game. Just because the player's going to get low on time. White is struggling to develop. The boys are not at the party. All three of these pieces cannot get into the game easily. You have these knights on c5 and e5 here that are very, very well placed. Yeah, I mean, if we get e6 here, Ding is going to win the game. I feel very confident in saying that now. Did he play e6? No, he didn't play it yet. Wait, he played g6? Wait, what? I mean, it's still fine, but what is g6? Let's see what the computer says. Computer says a4, or it says 92 is not going to be played here, by the way. It hangs a pawn. There's no way he plays 92. We could get a4 though. Actually, what is wrong with a4? A4 and bishop a3. What is g6? Why not e6 and bishop d6? Why not just e6 and bishop? As soon as I start praising Ding, of course Ding has to mess it up. What on earth is g6? How do you not go e6 here and just develop to e7 or d6? I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Like, no, but if bishop b2 here, you can't just go bishop d6, takes knight b3. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's not that simple. Oh. Actually, if rook d7 and queen d6 are the only moves, I can kind of understand it, but still terrible. It's terrible for white. What is g6? Okay, a4 only move here, by the way. Knight d2 will never be played because it hangs a pawn, but a4 is the key move. There's no way we're gonna get a4. I mean, h5. What is this? I mean, if we get a4 here, I think Ding is gonna blunder with bishop g7, bishop a3, and he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. If he plays h5, I'll be impressed. I mean, it's good, but it's very dank. I expect a4 from Gukesh, and I expect him to play it quickly. But I need to use the restroom, so I'm gonna go use the restroom very quickly. Anish should be discussed. I mean, playing a4 h5 is just weird. I mean, his idea is to go bishop g7 and castles. I mean, I'm a little confused, but I'm gonna go use the restroom. We'll be right back, you guys. A blunder isn't a blunder if the opponent sees it. Sun Tzu. Yeah, I mean, this position's hard for both sides. Basically, every move, there's a chance of a big blunder, is what I would say. Every move, there's a chance of a big blunder. I mean, a4... I mean, I guess you have queen b8 also. And this is getting really, really weird. Knight d2 makes sense if you calculate the whole line, but it also looks like you're just hanging a pawn here. Like, you look like you're just down a pawn here. I mean, the chance of a blunder here are very high. I mean, one of them is going to make a big blunder. I just don't know who it's going to be, but one of them is going to make a big blunder. Also, I mean, this h5 is just weird, like really weird, really, really weird stuff. He didn't play knight d2 last move. He's not going to play at this move either, I don't think. So anyway, I mean, I would lose this with both sides against a computer. Too many pieces on the board. I would lose this. I think I would lose this with both sides. It's not so much ding bluffing, it's just that you guys see this with the evaluation bar, and you have to realize the moves that you're seeing are 3500 level moves. These are not easy for humans. Most of these moves are not obvious. I mean, I would have played e6. I really don't understand g6 at all. I would have played e6 for sure, just to develop the normal way, but it is what it is. G6 I don't understand at all. G6 is really weird. I don't understand G6. I mean, maybe Ding's a genius and he sees h5 bishop h6, but I don't think that's why he did it. Na 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 na. So anyway, why is this move a blunder? Because white can go a4. Basically, after e6, black was much better. That's the reason. That's the reason. So anyway. So where were we? F, I mean, it's a very hard position. What I said before, we're gonna get blunders. Both players are getting a long time. Someone's gonna blunder and lose the game. I think that's my prediction. Someone's gonna make a big blunder and lose. I just don't know who it's gonna be. It could be Gukesh, it could be Ding. Either player could make a big blunder. I mean, you generally think that it trends more in the direction of Gukesh making a blunder because he's not as good at rapid or blitz. But it could also be Ding too. Ding could also make a huge blunder and lose as well. But I'm just telling you, there's going to be a blunder. I just don't know who's going to make it, but someone's going to make a blunder. Polymarket odds went back up or something. Let's refresh. What are we at? 63 2017 and Ding is at 50 cents. Gukesh is 53. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get knight bd2, but if we don't get knight bd2, the only other move that makes sense to me is a4. Maybe b6. Maybe he's looking at some b6 idea, but b6 queen d6 just looks bad because now the pawn's hanging. Yeah, I think I would say the next 4 moves are going to determine whoever blunders in the next 4 moves is going to be much worse. They might not lose, but I think they will lose. So I think if no blunders in the next 4 moves, probably Ding wins the game. But I think it's much more likely than not that we get a big blunder from someone. This World Championship's been very strange. I mean, it's hard to judge. On one hand, it's been good. On one hand, it's been bad. It's just very hard to judge. This has, I mean, exciting. This has been more perplexing to me than exciting. It's been a perplexing game. That's the word I would use. It's been very perplexing to me. I don't think this is going to be a draw, though. I just make no mistake. I don't think this is going to be a draw. The next 4 moves are going to be critical, and someone is going to blunder in the next 4 moves. Anish is saying this game is weird because both players. Yeah, it's been a weird game. Like, I mean, I don't know how to put it, but it's been a very weird game. But I mean, I don't blame Gukesh for his time management, because once he played b5, I mean, d3 was very bad. He should have spent a lot of time before playing d3. But after that, I think every move the time he's used is not, I mean, he shouldn't have used as much for g3, but I get it. Like, he was completely surprised. He probably realized he had made a mistake, and then he's looking at the position, he realizes he's worse, like, what the heck has happened? So I get using time, maybe not 60 minutes. He should have used like 30 or 35 minutes, but I get it. But I get the time usage. I get the time usage every other move. So I mean, I can't really critique the players for time. I mean, I can critique Ding for the early usage specifically, but I think from Gukesh's standpoint, you can't really be critical of his time usage. A4 is not obvious to me either, because again, you're walking into all kinds of weird long-term ideas. Also, if he sees the h5 bishop h6 idea, I'm not sure he's going to play a4. Like, if you see h5 bishop h6, it's very dangerous, because suddenly your queen is getting stuck on the edge of the board here. Like, it's just losing. Yeah, it's just losing, actually. Like, it's very hard to play. I mean, it's much easier to play here for Ding than Gukesh, but with every move, whoever's turn it is, they're going to spend time, and the odds of a blunder are high. Yeah, I mean, this h5 is very weird, but yeah, let's see. Well, we get it. Big moment. Are we going to get h5 here or not? Are we going to get h5? I mean, I think queen b8 is quite reasonable too, by the way. I'm not surprised to see a4, by the way. I'm not surprised. But every move is, so now we're going to say it's dangerous for Ding. Can Ding play h5 here? If Ding plays h5, then the danger's back on Gukesh. Like, every move, it's going to swing back and forth now. Every move, it's going to swing. h6 also? Wait, what? No, h6 is just bad. No, I don't feel h5. I think h5 is a very unnatural move here. Bishop g7 is a natural move, but after bishop a3, you're in a lot of trouble because the knight and the pawn are weak. But I think bishop g7 is the most natural human move here, by the way. Rook d7 is a computer move. Actually, not a bad move, though. You guard the queen and the pawn. I don't know. I don't have a prediction about this move. Bishop g7 is the move you play in like a blitz game where you have 3 minutes on the clock. Rook d7 or queen b8 or h5 are the moves that you probably play if you spend time. But let's see. I mean, any move we get here, it's like, if we get a good move, pressure back on Gukesh. We get a bad move, pressure on Ding. And it's going to be like that for the next 3 or 4 moves. I don't think we'll get rook d7. I'll tell you why. Because after b6 here, you feel like the queen's on a bad diagonal. And same thing with queen b6 or bishop a3 here. You feel like you're misplaced. I don't think we'll get rook d7. I think queen b8 or h5 or the natural bishop g7. One of these 3 moves. To refresh and wait. h5 is like, if we get every move is going to change it. Bishop g7 is a blunder here, by the way. Yeah, let's see what we get. It's a very, very critical moment here. Very critical moment. Big shout out to everybody who's watching. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday morning here. This is probably the first game where I feel like there is a bit of drama, though. This is the first game where I feel like there's drama. It's back and forth. Players are low on time. This is probably the first game where I think there's like real drama potentially. I think queen b8, there's a good chance we'll get queen b8. Basically, the point is that you just threaten to take the pawn. You threaten to just take because now your queen is guarded. Versus here, if you take, you simply lose. I don't like g6 though. I think without g6, the margin for error was much higher for Ding. Now Ding is gonna have to be very, very precise. He plays one wrong move here, he's actually in real trouble. I think he'll play queen b8 though. I think he will play queen b8. h5, if he plays it, like, you just tip your captain, but I don't think we'll get it. I think we'll get queen b8. I'd be pretty surprised if we don't get queen b8 here. I think my moves are queen b8 or the natural bishop g7, which is a mistake. No early I don't understand g6. To me, e6 developing bishop b7 or bishop d6 just seemed very, very logical. A big moment here, but Ding is up on time, so he can use his time. I can't physically listen to Anish. Every other word is Guki. Okay. If we get queen b8, I think Ding is definitely, he's on track. Leko is mad at Ding now. I mean, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand g6, because now you put yourself in a spot where you have to play queen b8 or you have to play h5. And I mean, queen b8 is natural. Queen b8 you can find, but I think bishop g7 is much more likely here. And after bishop g7, bishop a3, white is better here. White is actually legitimately better, not just a little bit, a lot better. Like a lot better here. Eval bar aside, how easy is it to make the moves? I know what you mean by that. I mean, the imbalance is good for whoever's turn it is not. Whoever finds a good move puts the pressure on the opponent is what I would say. Queen b8 is natural just to take the pawn on d3. I do think Ding is going to use a lot of time here, by the way. Someone's mentioned this h5 line. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get h5. If we get h5 here, I'm gonna be really shocked. But like I said, someone's gonna blunder. Someone's gonna blunder here. I just don't know who. Someone's gonna blunder. I just don't know who it's gonna be. I think queen b8 is what we'll get, by the way. Queen b8 or bishop g7. I mean, the Indian fans are definitely rooting for bishop g7. I think queen b8 or bishop g7. But I don't like g6 because really the margin is very thin now. With e6, the margin was not thin. Now you make one wrong move after g6 and you're probably in real trouble and likely going to lose the game. I think queen b8 makes the most sense. After rook a3, bishop g7, now you get to castle and the game goes on. I expect queen b8. If he doesn't play bishop g7, it means he sees the danger. Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna play queen b8. My prediction is we get queen b8, rook a3, and like bishop g7, queen d2, b6. But still, queen e2. Why is white not? White's completely fine here. Knight d2, knight f3. Now the rook guards. No, now white's completely fine. Gukesh could end up better here and significantly better potentially. I think he's going to play queen b8. That's my prediction. I think we'll get queen b8. I think we'll get queen b8, rook a3, and then it's a question of whether we get h5 or not. f6 is a top move. No shot we get f6. No shot we get f6. No shot we get f6. That will not be played here. Someone's gonna blunder, most likely. Someone's gonna blunder. I expect a blunder, but I'm really upset about g6. Like, that's just such a bad move. Like, e6 is so obvious. Did we get a move? No, we didn't. Oh my god, what? Okay, I think this game is going to be decisive now. Like 100, not 100%, but like 95% chance it'll be decisive. Unless there's some kind of really weird repetition. I mean, this is gonna get really wacky and wild now. Yeah, now it's gonna get really wacky and wild, and I expect Gukesh to use a lot of time here too. Yeah, this is the sort of move that I'm shocked. I don't even get it. Like, I don't even get it. I don't even understand what's going on. I don't even understand what's going on. It's like he spends too much time in the opening, then he plays a bunch of good moves, plays a move that I don't particularly like, but then he finds H5, which is like which is completely insane. Yeah, I don't even get it. Like, I don't even get it. It's just so I just don't even get it. This is gonna be a massive scramble, by the way. H5 is I think the only move for black to have an advantage. Maybe F6 is fine, but H5 is just like, it's not a natural move, but it's a very, very good move potentially. And now we get B6. Okay, we'll get Queen D6, I assume, very quickly. Although actually there might be a way to peter this out to a draw, like something like bishop A3 here. Oh wait, you can't take, sorry, that hangs a knight, but here, oh no, that hangs a knight. What am I smoking? Or DB1 maybe? Takes 6, knight C2. Oh no, knight C2, you take the knight. Very, very hard to judge here. Queen B8's Queen B8's better. Wait, what? Oh, because you can play knight ED. Oh wait, actually no, you're right. Then wait, no, Queen B8. Oh wait, actually wait, what do you do? Wait, what do you do? Wait, what do you do after Queen B8? Wait, what's your move after Queen B8? Because Queen D2, there's knight B3, Rook A3, Bishop H6. Oh wait, you're supposed to play Queen D2? Wait, knight. What? They need a number for the 5 knight B3. What is this? You're down a rook. Okay, this is actually insane. I do not think we'll get Queen D2 after Queen B8. But if you don't go Queen D2, do you have anything else that's okay? You have Bishop A3 maybe. E5, Queen A5, F5. I mean, this is getting very, very messy. I have no idea what the heck's going on. Yeah, we're gonna get Queen B8. I think we'll get Queen B8 here. If I'm ding here though, you don't want to use too much time, because you have a 7-minute time advantage and you know this is gonna get messy. Like, you should play Queen B8 quickly. You should not burn time, because the players are gonna need their time in this game. I mean, they have to make 23 moves. I mean, both players have to make 23 moves here with no time on the clock. I mean, this is going to be very, very tough to play for both sides. Someone's going to blunder. Someone's going to blunder here. We'll not get Queen D2. I would bet you a good amount of money we'll get Queen B8. Maybe we'll get Bishop A3. We will not get Queen D2. There's no way we'll get Queen D2 walking into the fork. Like, you're supposed to go Queen, like, but this is good too. Whoa, the non-bird for the 5 gift is like, why is this good? I mean, I have G4. Oof. Yeah, we're gonna get blunders here. If I were Ding, I would move quickly though. This move. Objectively, I think Queen D6 is a better move from on one hand, because this position should be a lot more stable. On the other hand, you're not gonna ever win this position either. Queen B8, Queen B8 is going to be a decisive game. Someone's going to blunder after Queen B8. I have no doubt about that. No doubt. Yeah. I love how people are asking for Queen takes B6. If we get Queen B8, it's going to be decisive. If we get Queen D6, it's still unclear. Let's see what we got. 60% chance for a draw. I mean, I don't know. Every move has great potential for something to happen. Could be decisive, could be a draw. I don't know. I think this is very, it's every move it fluctuates. If we get Queen B8, this is going to be decisive, I predict. If we get Queen D6, I still think a draw is reasonably likely. There are a lot of ways to trade. 26-23. Like, what is going on here? So Queen B2 takes. Is Queen B5 not good? King F8. H. Rook E5. Oh, there's Rook 8. Wait, but you still can take maybe? Wait, is this so bad? Wait. No, the king's getting over too fast. Very, very messy. But if I'm Ding, you got to move here. You cannot afford to get low on time. You can't afford to get lower on time here. There are going to be too many critical moves for both sides. You have to move. You've just got to go. Why don't I analyze lines more deeply and explain to us like other channels do? Because I'm looking at what's more realistic versus what's unrealistic. That's why. I'm not going to give you 50 lines if I don't think they're going to happen in the game. I mean, there's Queen D6 here or Queen B8. I'm also not going to look with a computer for every long line. Like, that's the other thing. Like, yeah, Queen B8 or Queen D6. Queen D6 just feels naturally wrong. So bishop to A3, putting the pin on the queen. Queen B8 makes more sense here. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know what your question is, really. I don't like Ding's time usage. 24 and ticking. Come on, move, dude, move. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I think all three results are possible here. Come on, you gotta move. I can't expect to move quickly. I can because there are only two moves. There's Queen D6 or Queen B8. You just pick one and you trust your gut. Why is he so fidgety? It's off-putting. I mean, I think he's struggling. I think there are other things going on. Come on, make a move. Let's go. Anish calling this game to be a deciding factor. If this is decisive, it's of course going to play a huge role. If this game is decisive, then yes. And now he's shaking his head again. Back to shaking his head. Are you saying both players came to the board just knowing today's game decides it all? Maybe. Oh, come on. You got to move. What's this thing about? You got to move. There's no way I'm starting a recap now because there's no way of knowing where the game is going at all. Oh, come on. Let's go. I mean, he's literally used like 15 minutes, right? How much time did he have after the last move? I'm starting to hate Ding. I'm starting to hate Ding after supporting him because of the acting drama. I don't know. He had 36. Okay. I don't think he's acting, you guys. I don't think he's acting. I think he legitimately is struggling with something going on. I don't know what, but I think there's something wrong. Draw on Polymark is at 71%. I have no idea what's going to happen, but this time. This time is like, he's shaking his head again, just shaking his head. Like, just move. Just play Queen B8 or Queen D6. Just move. Now he's shaking his head again, like, he can't handle the anxiety. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Come on, man, you gotta move. I mean, you just have to pick a move and just play it and trust your instincts. You just have to move and just trust it. I mean, I don't know, this time is just so bad. You should just trust trust your instinct, play one of these moves after 3 to 4 minutes, because you know Gukesh is not as good on the clock. And you also know there are going to be a lot of critical moves coming up for both sides here. Just move. No, the more complicated it gets, the better it is for Gukesh. I generally agree, because I mean, I don't know, Ding's body language is not good. It's not good at all. So we get Queen D6, Bishop A3. Okay, we're gonna get Bishop H6, I assume. Okay. Game is, I mean, the problem with this line is it's trending back towards a draw now. But you are right that I have noticed with Ding, he absolutely cannot keep the time advantage on the clock ever. In any game, he can't do that. Other than game one, which he won actually, where he got Gukesh really low on time. Gukesh will blunder. I mean, I think someone's going to blunder. I still don't think this is going to be a stable. I don't think it's going to be stable and flat here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There was not a draw here, was there? Also, why is my board glitching? No, I think we'll get Knight C6 will be played here. I mean, we'll get Knight C6, Knight A3, castles, Rook DB1, Knight B4, takes here, takes. And isn't white just better here? Ah, no, there's Rook E6. Or Rook F6, sorry. Rook E6 or Rook F6. Both are... There's some difference? I don't know, there's a difference. Sharp. Yeah, I mean, I don't like what Ding has done here. I don't like it at all. I mean, if Ding had played e6, he would have won this game. If he gone e6, I think I feel very confident in saying that I feel very confident in thinking that he would have won. But g6 was just a bad move. I don't know what g6 was. I really don't understand g6 at all. e6 was super natural, just develop the bishop. Just a very strange choice. I mean, it still is not clear. Make no mistake, it's still not clear. But I don't like it at all. Yeah, knight a3. We're gonna castles, rook db1. I mean, it's still dangerous here. Like, either side could still lose, could blunder and lose this. Okay, I should castle instantly. Here should be no think. The main problem for Ding here is that this is becoming a much easier position for Gukesh to play. Like rook b1, rook b5, and c5 is very natural. I would much prefer to play with white here because you should blitz. You should be able to play 2 or 3 quick moves immediately. There's nothing to think about, basically. I think it's still within the range of a draw, but if Ding doesn't pick up his speed here, he's going to get cheesed on the clock and I think lose the game. Yeah, if he doesn't pick up the speed, he's gonna lose. I mean, I think g6 was a ridiculous move. I mean, e6 was. I don't even understand why he didn't play. I mean, I really don't even get it why he didn't go e6 and just put the bishop on d6 or e7. I don't get it. And now he's thinking too long again. No, I mean, I think Ding is gonna lose. I don't want to say lose. That's another prediction, but I think that Ding is in real trouble here. I think Ding is in real trouble here. I just don't know why he didn't play e6. I mean, it just, to me, this is just ridiculous not play e6 here. There's like no reason not to play e6. I just can't think of a single reason to not play e6. And now he's thinking too long again on this move instead of just castling. I mean, you have to castle here. What is he even thinking about? I mean, maybe he's thinking about rook d7. He wants some like knight b4 or something like this. Not that rook, but the other rook b1, knight b4. But I mean, maybe rook d7 is not crazy, but I would just castle here. He's actually looking at rook d7. He wants to go here and play knight b4. This is what he wants to do. Regardless, you have to move though. I really want Ding to win, right? I don't know. Like, on one hand I do, on one hand I don't. Like, I mean, I was definitely rooting for him around this point, and then he plays g6, which is just a complete lemon. So it's like I do and then I don't. But more than anything, I'm really unhappy with the time usage. Like, I don't know why he can never move quickly. It's like he's paralyzed. He can't bring himself to play and move quickly. When he's up on time, he can't maintain the time advantage. And that's the single biggest advantage he has over Gukesh, is that Gukesh objectively in blitz and rapid situations is not as good. But if Ding doesn't take advantage of that or doesn't try to push him around like that, then you know it's his own fault. Okay, I don't expect queen e2 here, by the way. I don't know why queen e2 is so good. Castles. Oh, wait, what's the difference then if you play rook b1 first? Oh, because you have rook d6 and you... Ah, okay, tricky. There's no way he's going to play queen e2 here, I don't think. I mean, it's a mistake, but I don't expect it. I expect rook b1 here. I don't expect queen e2. Also, what's the big deal after knight b4? Oh, knight c2 again. Whoa, so you have to play... Ah, so you have to take. Wait. Okay, not the craziest move, but now you can take and go queen c7, castles, rook b1, and knight d8 maybe. Oh wait, this hangs d4. What am I doing? b8. Yeah, it's gonna get very nervy here. You've got to take the pawn, of course. Only move. If you don't take the pawn here, then what are you doing? Someone's gonna blunder here, though. I just don't know who's gonna blunder. But this is what I was saying about the time pressure, is that like this is where like time matters. You have to move. And now Gukesh is trying to push him on the clock, which I really like. I really like that Gukesh is moving quick here. But you've got to go. Okay, takes, okay. Yeah. No, Gukesh is doing a good job here. He's doing what he needs to do, which is to push Ding on the clock. I like it. Actually, you're right though. What is wrong with Queen A7? That's a good question. Apparently it's a mistake, probably because you're gonna get attacked on the king side. There's probably some G4 H4 here, right? Yeah, there's gonna be something bad is gonna happen on this side, although again, still not easy to play. Blunders, I mean, we're still very likely to get blunders here. Refresh the page. Okay, here's a spot, by the way, where I was thinking, I don't know why he's not thinking. There's some reason Rook DB1 isn't as good, because night before you just take and go Queen E1 and you're just better. So why is he thinking versus just, I mean, it's probably because he's trying to figure out if there's some reason to put one of the rooks on B1. I said earlier I didn't think this was they were gonna make it to time control, but I think they will make it to time control now. I would much prefer to be white here. Much prefer to be white. No, for Gukesh it's very easy to play though. It's very easy. You just double the rooks on the file and black has to defend. I mean, you're down a pawn, but it's a great pawn to be down. I think he's got chance to win this game. He's got real chance to win now because there's no risk for him either. Like you get Rook B5, castles, Rook B1. Even this like looks great for white. Pressure everywhere with a diagonal. I mean, maybe there's like Rook E8 and E5, E4, but I'd still much prefer to be white here. I mean, he should play Rook B5 immediately, of course. Yeah, this game has been a dramatic game. This has been a dramatic game. I would definitely prefer to be white here. Definitely. I definitely think it's better if this is a decisive game though than a draw. I will say that. There's no increment before move forward, so time pressure is going to happen. Rook B7 I don't believe is working because after takes there's Queen C7 and castles. Still unclear. H4 will not be played here. We'll get Rook B5. I don't know why. I don't even know why Gukesh is saying I would play Rook B5 in literally 5 seconds here. I mean, there's a very decent chance we'll get to move 40 in this game. I mean, this will go well past the first control. Logical. We'll get castles, Rook B1, probably Rook B8. Sometimes I look at the engine, sometimes I don't. It's a mix. I try not to look close. Like if I see the bar spike, then I'll look at what the line is, but most of the time I try not to look at it. Like we'll get Rook B1, Rook B8. Rook B1, Rook B8, and then I don't know, Queen E1 maybe, Queen E2 maybe. I mean, I prefer to be white, but I mean, honestly, this game is still very unclear. A draw is still not all that unlikely. Do we get a move? No, we didn't get a move. Yeah, no recap here. Queen e2. Yeah, I mean, knight c2 wasn't best. I like knight c2 as a human. Very natural move. Queen e2 was not natural. But mostly I'm unhappy about this. The only move that I'm really unhappy about is this e6. Like, I'm really unhappy about this one that he played g6. Like, just completely just whoa, knight a1. What the heck is knight a1? Now you, yeah, computer wants rook d6 and it wants knight c2. Oh no, it wants knight c2 back to make a draw. Is it time? Oh, you get some, I mean, is it time to start rioting? Oh jeez. I think we'll get rook d6 here, by the way. No, knight a1 is just a bizarre move. I'm not recapping. I still don't think there's likely to be a draw, but if we get rook d6, rook e6, again, I have no idea what's going on here. It's not that bad of a move because you can go back to c2, but the idea of knight b3 is just not, that's not it. This is where Ding needs to move quickly, though. Ding needs to move quickly here to turn the pressure on Gukesh on the clock. I mean, rook d6 is a very logical move. Maybe e5 also. It's actually e5 is a computer move. I think rook d6, rook e6 makes the most sense here, though, for me. I think rook d6, rook e6 looks correct, just to attack the queen. Computer wants rook, oh, rook c8 and b6. Is that the idea? What, b6? No, but b6 c5. No, white's better. Wants rook c8, knight b3, and rook d6 again. Okay, logical. But you got to move here. Knight a1 is a tricky move. It's a move that I actually kind of like on one hand. If it gets your opponent thinking, it's a great decision. If it gets your opponent thinking, it's a great move. But yeah, I mean, you got to move. You can't get too low on time here. Like, Ding is just so shaky, it feels like, that I feel like if they get into like a pure scramble with 4 minutes left or something, he's not going to be able to keep it together, even though he has done well in this match. You've got to move. You have to move here. Come on. Come on, let's go. Rook d6. Oh, come on. What's he doing? I don't think he'll play e5. I think rook d6 is very reasonable here. I expect rook d6 actually. Oh, come on. What is this? Rook d6. I don't think rook d6 is hard to find at all because rook b1, rook b8 is obvious, and you just go rook e6. But it's also part of the point. Like, when you look at the body language of Ding and you see how shaky he is when he suddenly has his time, why don't you move quicker and avoid the shakiness in the first place? Why do you get so low on time if you're going to be shaky like this? Like, that's kind of the point. Like, if you're gonna be the shaky legs and you're gonna be this nervous when you get low on time, why even get into the situation? Just move quicker earlier to avoid this. Like, if you know that you're gonna be like this when you get so low on time, then just avoid it in the first place. E6 was I mean G6 was insane. I don't even understand G6. E6 was so obvious. Yeah, he's moving too slowly. He's too slow. Oh my gosh. Come on, what's he doing? Rook D6. Oh man, he's really gonna think forever here and not play Rook D6. Oh, come on, Rook D6. What's he doing? No, I mean, it's Ding's time usage is not okay. His time usage has been so bad throughout this match, and I think today we might finally catch up with him at long last. Oh, come on, what is he doing? Rook D6, just move. He goes Rook B8, which is fine. Yeah, but now Knight C5 is coming. Yeah, now he's gonna lose. Now he's gonna lose. Knight C5 is coming. He played the wrong order, and now he's gonna lose. Knight C5, Rook B1, and he goes wrong. Isn't this just winning for white? Oh no, Knight B4. Yeah, see, I mean, but you know what? He's getting punished. He's getting punished. In a way, I mean, it's deserved. Like, you can't mismanage your time like this. Yeah, Gukesh is gonna punish him with Knight C5 here and win the game, I predict. Yeah. 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 There's no way that Gukesh doesn't play Knight C5 here. Knight C5 is just like so good. It's funny though, the computer line is some Knight B7, which I don't really expect. Like Queen D4, this looks very weird. But he's got all the time in the world here. No, it's very good though. It's very good. But this is why. I mean, you can't do this. This is kind of the point. You can't do this. You can't do this. Refresh. Oh, we have more moves. Also, I don't know why it's not updating. Everything's a little bit slow today. Like when I'm watching the boards, they're not clear either. Do we get Knight B7? Oh, we got Rook B1. So we get Knight B4 here. Knight B4, only move. Only move. He plays E6, but it's way too late. If we get Knight B4, it's still game on. Any other move, Ding is going to lose this game. Any other move, and he Queen C6. He cracks. Okay, let's do the recap. Unbelievable. He finally cracks. The time usage catches up with him at long last. He cracks. Okay, he cracks. Okay. Deserved, by the way, completely deserved. Okay, let's go.